Unless you're
guess
talking
so.
about,
Peon.
unless you're talking about them. I didn't even. Hold on. I'm going to.
Stop streaming so you can say a slur.
No, I'm gonna.
I'm a big fan of Mariah Carey. I think
We were
she's
just
The
listening
skinny
to her.
legends.
My goddess.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. Thing I need.
I think I stooped it for too long because it's a little bit bitter, but that's okay.
Alright.
Nothing a little bit of sugar can't solve.
Sugar. That.
Honey, honey, dun, 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 dun.
Can you believe I get street cred at corporate events for drinking gin?
That is pretty crazy.
A little woman.
That's because it's the black person juice.
I don't think it is.
It's not. But there's a song, right, by Snoop Doggy? Fucking
There's a lot of
Sal.
that.
Sal today was like, "Do you know who Snoop Dogg is, Davis?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
You should have said no.
I thought about it. I was like, well, what I said was, I don't know
No,
him, but I
never
know
heard
Snoop.
of him.
I know Snoop Lion. And he was like, "Shut the fuck up." And he goes, "It smells like Snoop Dogg in here." And I was like, "This is not an Up Dog joke." And he goes, "No, it smells like weed." And then he walked away, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It smells like Snoop Dogg in here. Just say it smells like weed.
I'm like, "We can talk about it, guys. We live in Colorado. It's fine. We can talk about weed. Big government isn't gonna kill us. Well, maybe."
I smoke in the bathroom at work like every single day.
Oh, here, let me mute the stream. No.
Oh, ominous music.
It's actually not that ominous. Well, it is at first. I'll give you credit.
Why is
I
the one
was it, these are the chimes of bells.
Yeah,
in
these
the
are
streets of Yarnum.
these
What do you
are
mean?
hell's
This is
bells.
ominous.
Sorry, I need to pause Suicide Boys' new album.
Dude, it's so good. Actually, you don't have to. If you're gonna listen to the dirtiest, nastiest Suicide, it's all right.
Dirty.
I'll listen to it later.
nastiest.
It's so good. It's like 20 minutes of ecstasy. Then, okay, here. Hold on, I gotta move the thing for the cat so he doesn't kill me. Are you appeased, my lord?
Why are there two wing zephyrs?
There's two wing zephyrs?
When I log in, it says
Yeah, I actually did notice that. There are two.
Where?
What?
They used to just
Fuck are we?
He said
Like
I
on the
had
map?
two when I logged in.
There are two winged
Yeah.
zephyrs inside of you.
Well, there's one that's just like in the actors, and there's one that's in the folder.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, but I didn't have two before.
I always saw two. I always thought it was just kind of there.
No, there was only one. There was only ever one.
Also, has a walking speed of 30. I don't know how that works.
Actually, it's a movement speed of 69, 420.
Me too.
Just walk 69 420.
Yeah, at work. Gotta make it to these fucking meetings.
That's where they get you.
Psychic damage.
Where is my rainbow?
Oh.
Just kidding. I had it set to breathe. Whoops.
You good over there?
I had it set to breathe, so it goes dark.
I don't amateur.
Breaths. Yeah, I was like, let it get dark.
Look at Goblin.
Did I tell you I saw Amanda at the Christmas party? And she was behind me in line, like with one person between us, and she was like, I recognize that hair. And I was
Oh
like,
my
I bet
god.
you fucking do, bitch.
I would have cut a bitch
You fucking cunt. Well, I just got like every single food item on my plate.
and then
walked away.
scarfed. Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I gave my ticket to somebody, my last drink ticket.
Well, Luke, I just wanted to tell you that I
Dinner's gone.
finished JoJo's Part 6 last night.
Is all of that out?
Yeah, it
All
is.
of it's out.
Alright, I can watch it now.
Is it good?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Do you
I
fuck
think
Watch
it?
party! Because I
that might
haven't seen
actually
any of
be my
it.
favorite part.
Really?
Really, I
Maybe,
only saw
I
the
don't know.
first 6 or 12 episodes, and it was really good. So
I haven't seen any JoJo either.
I need your opinions on other JoJos before I know if your opinion on this JoJo is valid.
Part
Does that
6,
make sense?
part 5 was my favorite before this one.
Let's
I
go.
think part 2 is my favorite.
Part 5.
Okay, that's Joseph.
I like
Who's
part
part
2 because
DiGiorno.
Joseph.
Part
DiGiorno?
five- Yeah, part 5 is DiGiorno.
DiGiorno?
Part
like
6
I think that's
had
my-
a lot of good supporting characters.
DiGiorno.
I'm vibing to this music.
A rigatoni.
Alright, I'll still watch part 6 anyways, fuck it.
What was your favorite part?
Shut the fuck up! Talk about it later! Jesus! Oh my god! 2 people can't even
We're
talk
just-
about this!
We're vibing.
Dredge and Drake ask Arwen what his favorite JoJo's part was.
I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you. Oh my god, dude.
It was the play that they saw.
Yeah,
in
but if
the
I don't
time
ask
skip.
Isabel now, when am I gonna ask her? Because she's gonna go to bed immediately right after.
Wow, it's almost like you have. This might be crazy. You can use your
No.
fingies, your fat fucking rat fingies, and
I
type
can't.
on either the phone through Snapchat or through Discord. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Nope.
Oh my god, I hate it here.
He knows
Also, one
we're
more
friends
thing.
on Snap.
Did you unmute the stream?
It's been unmuted for a minute now. So they
Okay.
just heard me
No.
blow up on Luke. They being, of course, the corporate media.
PJ.
I don't actually think he's in the stream, which is fine. There's nothing going on anyways. Alright. So last time, the good ones sailed down and around Winterbank, took port in Westort, and traversed yet another mountain range back to Hefway. They dropped off Sin's long-awaited item and earned a fortune as a payment for their troubles. With plenty of money in hand, the party was greeted by their captain, who informed them that they will be going through a several-month-long training montage. But first they must complete the task of going to Southern Hefway to recruit Preacher into the end of the Wick faction of the Moonlighters. In the process of doing that, they encountered an ambush by Purifier Bianchi, where a fight for their lives once again begins with the racist, or let me backtrack, fascist. Sprinting their way down Hell's hallway, the majority of the party was able to reach Captain Oxton, who stopped the Purifier's pursuit in their tracks. With Valka back in Moonlighter custody, Captain Oxton and his livestock leave for their training arc. So now we pick up with session 51. Oxton's words echo through Hell's hallway. War is coming, best get to training, as he sheathed his sword and walked away. Elias offers Valka a hand up, although it's more just a gesture than anything else. He can't really support you. And inspects her healing wounds inflicted by the sword of the Flame Seekers. Your wounds are healing because of the shot you were given.
Okay.
Exiting Hell's hallway, you guys are greeted with a darkening sky and snow continues to fall, signifying the worst of winter is coming. Walking down the central staircase from the garden to Upper Eden, so that Eden, you guys are greeted, or you guys are stopped and greeted by Artyom, who explains to you guys that Sin will watch over their wagon and Ox in your absence, and that the wagon is theirs. It's a gift from Artyom, because it smells like Moonlighters. He does not elaborate any further.
That's valid.
Um,
Called a stinky?
he did not call you stinky. He just said it smells like moonlighters.
I'm gonna interpret it as him calling us stinky.
I mean, you could.
I will. I have a
Um,
low intelligence.
with that, you guys bid your farewell with Artyom. He seemed that he was busy, and he also mentioned that he knew where to find you guys because there were fiery explosions being heard, and that's generally a good guess. Oxton then leads all of you guys to the Willow Whispers, where it looks like Safi is on her way out until she sees you guys. So she's like locking her desk area. The tired-looking blue tiefling looks as though she was shot with a straight adrenaline at the sight of Captain Oxton and Lieutenant Elias. With some pep in her step, knowing what she has to do without even talking to them, she takes you guys to the private room where you guys held a long-distance call with him many, many moons ago. When you talked to Elias about the book containing necromantic spells. Yeah, the skin book full of necromantic spells. Safi
Good bug.
Safi goes past the bed of shards laying on the table, inactive, straight to the north-facing wall, and holds out her hand, to which the bricks rumble and move out of her way, floating in air, revealing a safe. She inputs a code, spinning the rotating arm, and the safe opens with a click, revealing another shard of glass. However, this one is a perfectly cut circle. She walks over to the table and tosses the shard into the air, where it freezes, and the inert shards resting on the table rise and begin to spin around the new piece. It takes about a minute, but the piece that Safi threw grows in size inside the circle of spinning glass until it's about an inch away from making contact. The size of that is around 7 feet tall. The reflective nature of the massive mirror switches in the blink of an eye to unleash a doorway to a wintry mess, where you guys can see what appears to be like a village stuck in like a blizzard. We'll get to that. After stepping through the portal, led by Oxton, and then trailed by Elias, the party is greeted with the sight of the Moonlighter camp in Eldengrun. Dozens of Moonlighters turn to look at the party emerging, but continue on their patrol. The camp looks like a small town, only comprising of barracks, a ruined stone keep, and a tinted market area. Two of you recognize this area as Eldengrun. A strange sense of nostalgia washes over you. Without missing a beat, Captain Oxton leads all of you to a cabin lying next to a frozen pond far away from this sliver of civilization. For some in this party, there is a sense of forced nostalgia. That's you. That's you too. You know who I'm talking to. The cabin, however, unlike last time, is outfitted with proper furniture and the rooms are cleared out. Awaiting in the cabin, stoking the fireplace is none other than Lieutenant Esme. As for the people who are not familiar with the area, I'll get into it in a second. But you aren't able to see the entirety of what's going on. There is a winter storm barreling down on you. So with that, as you guys agreed with Esme, I begin my talk to tell you what happened in the next 3 months. Shiro, your days begin with Oxton and yourself exiting night... One second. Your days begin with Oxton and yourself exiting nightly meditative trances, eating some berries and dried meat, before beginning your morning yoga, followed by running miles, climbing hundreds of feet, and doing more than enough push-ups. That's it. No. Every day...
Doing more than enough. I just did 2 push-ups every day.
Every day you return back to your camp and you enter a nearby cavern, where Captain Oxton draws his wooden sword and utters the phrase, setting the stage. The simple phrase alters reality, bending the cave to Oxton's will, and morphs into a catacomb setting where you proceed to be bombarded with ghostly opponents. While, like in previous training moments with Captain Oxton, he teaches you how to channel your ki further to infuse your fists and weapons over time to get past enemies who resist non-magically enhanced attacks. That's not the only thing that happens. Other times in the cave, he gives you a blindfold and changes the scene to what you can only hear as a waterfall, negating 2 of your primary senses. leaving you with only your blind fighting style technique. You know, where you can only sense the creatures within 10 feet of you or 5 feet of you, one or the other. Where then you are attacked by roguelike humanoids, definitely not ninjas, I promise. The training is intense and lasts majority of the day every day. And towards the later weeks of the training, once you're comfortable, Oxton becomes your sparring opponent and dancing partner as well. As well, on the last day or two of every single week, you travel with Oxton back to Eldengrun to check on the others and for you to spar your teammates. So yes, you and Oxton travel outside of the safety of the walls to go to a private like camp. Arwen, you spend a lot of time working with Lieutenant Elias, spending your majority of your time attempting to push yourself further than your magical limit. In your resting time, however, Elias attempts to teach you the basics of the different arcane schools, giving you tips on how to spot what spell is what and what gives off what school. During your training, Elias continues to work on Elias continues to work on a mechanical arm as well as other various projects. He is a very busy man indeed, but is able to offer you guidance where he can. Volka, unlike the rest of the group, who upon arriving at Eldengrun, you were not given proper winter attire. Instead, you were given a single pepper and told that you have a day's worth of time to find warmth. Esme takes you on horseback past the gates of Eldengrun, south of the Moonlighter Kingdom, into the sprawling forest beneath it. Alongside Esme, the two of you live like survivalists, although your skill is amateur at best. Over the course of the training, however, you train your hand-to-hand combat fight. Oh Jesus! You train your hand-to-hand combat fighting creatures alongside tracking, sneaking, harvesting, and most importantly, learning to respect nature and the power that she holds. Esme, as you know, is a mute for the most part, but when you are around her, you can kind of sense what she is trying to convey, as well as she uses very basic sign to teach you certain phrases and whatnot. In the last 2 weeks of your training, you're brought back to camp, where you and her just spar pretty much every day, as well as exercising with the rest of the group. And after coming back from the wilderness for being gone for like 2.5 months, you can't help but do a little bit of signing while you're talking, just moving your hands.
On my hands.
You would go days on end without ever uttering a word. Dredge and Drake. Your training with Captain Daichi, like everyone else's, is intense to say the least. And at first, the thought of the monk training you is kind of rather bizarre. I mean, you're not a monk. But after the energetic man tells you to fire your gun at him, to which you do, and the smoke clears, he reveals that he caught the bullet mid-air with ease, after pretending to be shot. Things begin to make a little bit more sense after that moment. You spend your weeks running obstacle courses, kind of like in The Witcher, firing your coin and gun at the monk, who takes his task of catching the bullet and coin like a cat seeing a laser pointer. So running and jumping alongside you as well. It takes some time, but near the end of your training arc, due to your conditioning and familiarity with the firearm, you almost had him on the ropes. But in that brief moment where you almost caught him off guard and hit him with the bullet, you realize that he was holding back a serious amount of energy. His aura. His domain expands. You also go slightly deaf with how loud this man talks.
Wow. Powerful.
He is a powerful man. Ashlyn, upon reaching the cabin, Lieutenant Elias outfits you with an arm waiting for you on the table. Simple in design, yet effective in practice. The harness itself is a nice leather lined, with just enough for comfort without it being a sweaty mess. You spend your training time with Captain Ivar, whose team is taking their time recovering in Fake Keep, as you find out. The training is very simple, with him teaching you how to improve on your preferred fighting style, as well as teaching you other popular swordsman techniques, so that way you know how to better defend yourself. Although his demeanor is calm, his fighting is ruthless, and you can tell he's holding back from cleaving right through you. Purposefully using his magically enhanced arm. He also gives you pointers on how to get the most out of your new hand without ruining the piece. Alright. Alongside all your specialized training, Dredge and Drake, Ashlyn, and Arwen are dealt a hand of conditioning too, including running 5 miles in the morning, scaling the city's walls, and doing a casual 100 push-ups.
Casual.
Yes.
Getting sprayed like fucking Saitama.
When Valka, you get back into the city, you also participate in the training, and then Shiro, you do as well, although this is baby stuff compared to what you were doing with Oxton.
Your break.
They dance while I do it for
Yeah.
funsies.
By the end of the 3 months, not only is all of your individual fighting styles further enhanced, whether it be through magic or martial, or a mixture of the two, you guys also feel better conditioned, you're in better shape, and you feel like you can get more bitches.
That's the greatest part.
Let's go!
That's probably true.
With all of that in mind. Oh, and before I forget, just to backtrack a little bit, Dredgen, Daichi is also the captain of a Moonlighter unit called the Black Cats. His colors are not black. That's Oxton's colors. Just skip that. He tells you that they are currently ascending a mountain as a part of their graduation.
Alright.
So that's why he's available. Okay. But outside of that, as I finish my little exposition here, you guys are more than welcome. If there's anything you would like to discuss amongst yourselves while you're training, it could be at any point. Let me know, because if not, I'm running out of content and I need a pad for time.
Once I get my
to
character sheet
commercial, go to
imported, I will come for souls.
I have questions. So Velka got a letter home, right? From home.
Yes,
right?
you may now open that. No, you may not. No, you may. Ah!
You can't open it. It like has it in your hand. No.
No, you don't have it. You don't have it yet. You don't have it yet. You don't have it yet.
God
You
takes
He doesn't
the
have a letter
out
yet,
of
or I'm
his
not
hand.
allowed to read it yet.
both.
Okay.
Ooh, almost let a spoiler through.
The
Ooh, that
Vulcan
could've been
gets a
bad.
letter, and a fucking hand comes out of the sky and takes the letter.
I thought the gods weren't supposed to interact with mortals. Yeah, but this is a particular case. All right. Is there anything else?
I swear I had one more thing, but I don't remember it, so it's probably not that important.
As a moment of flavor, when Valka does come back, kind of like the Predator, she has trophies.
Oh boy.
Just a bunch of animal skins and what have you.
Do I have the crown of bones?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is she like wearing bear skin?
Oh yeah. Everything. No, she's
I
a
am furry.
yeah.
Not
she-
a furry, just furry.
you heard it here first, folks. Valka's a furry.
And is she like a cat and a dog at the same time?
She is in
Yeah.
fact
This is the most furry thing I've ever heard in my life.
He's the most not furry you will ever meet.
that. Truth. All right. Is there anything else any of you wanted to discuss?
Just like amongst each other, or
Yeah, amongst each other. If you have any questions for me, I might be able to answer them, or I might ignore you. You know how it goes.
okay. Yeah. So you said the boys would be like actually have like a little bit of downtime because we wouldn't be out in the woods or like being trained by oxen, right?
More or less. Your days are pretty much busy, so you have like basically while you're eating.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I have things I want to talk to the party about, but I don't know if necessarily right now is the best time to do that.
Hey, Arwen, did you ever finish that book series I gave you? Which was your favorite part?
What was the book that you gave me? I remember you giving me a book, but I don't even remember what it was about.
I remember
I
you said
ever-
you liked part 5. I preferred part 2 to part 5.
It's actually so fucking good.
There's how many
I-
parts in? Hold on. No, shut up. 1 second.
I can feel myself being banned from the Discord server.
His name is Bobo in this universe. Bobo 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 Bobo.
Meandering. Bo.
Yeah, you can give it. You can have this conversation if you want, but it's just going to be 25 gold pieces a book, and there's 8 books. So, like, if you just want to go ahead and forfeit that price, we can maybe work something out here.
It's okay. I'm drawing it from memory.
Trying it from
I remembered the other
I
question
am
I
proficient
had.
in calligraphy tools. I'm just saying, it's never come up before.
Does mom-
Davis, I remember my other question.
What is it?
So, does Velka now know her 2 ritual things?
Yeah.
Did Esme teach her it, or like how did she learn it?
Kind of, sort
Or
of.
was it just
As
being
you-
one with nature?
Kind of both. So as you know, she can do a little bit of magic casting. Very rudimentary. But she can she teaches you to do a little bit of it, like the basics like that. And then also teaches you how to commune with nature, hence why you now know that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, Buff Steel Mommy was able to teach you how to talk to nature real good.
Like all
On an actual note for Ashlyn, rather. As in, Ashlyn being serious this time. Arwen,
Yes.
when you get the chance, I'd be very much open to the idea of learning some of what you and Elias have been training over.
What do you mean? Like,
Mm,
I'm also curious what you guys have been doing.
I will admit, in my wanderings, I haven't had much of this time to study the arcane or its fundamentals.
oh, alright. I can show you what I know. It's obviously not as much as Elias, but Elias is busy most of the time, so I could definitely help out with that. And, for you, I do have, I guess, a question. Maybe multiple, if it goes in the right direction. The
My work here is done.
Do you know anything about the... Oh, I guess not know. The age... Actually, make sure I don't say it wrong. There's 2 pluses in there for some reason. So, did the ancient dragons have an influence on Nordland? Because I know you're educated from here. I don't know much about Nordland, so I don't know if they would originate, or that legend would originate there rather than somewhere else.
Ashlyn thinks for a moment. Ormer Kaloda. Kaloda. Sorry. He says it right the first time. The Warden of the East. Dragonborn. Their family is well established within the country. Though... It would be difficult to apply them for answers, given the distance and all.
That's fine. I just was curious if you knew. That's any kind of information helps. It has to do with the storm.
I see.
Something to do with the ancient dragon. Something of that sort.
Understand that it would be somewhat uncouth of me to give away certain pieces of information, but I will assist you as I can.
Alright. That definitely helps.
Have you learned anything about the storm since
No,
you've been with Elias? No, nothing.
Elias doesn't know anything. I don't think. Okay, yeah. Elias doesn't know anything. It's not his forte. It seems to be very old history that's been lost amongst most people. So I have to gather
If
bits and
there's
pieces.
if there's any extra lore that I think would be helpful here, I'd give it to Arwen.
I was here the entire time. Give me a history check. Ashlyn, obviously.
Yeah. Oof, not great.
That's okay. That's still a 10.
Yeah.
You remember, because of how significant the family is, that the Warden of the East, they are rumored, besides being just Dragonborn, which helps validate validate the rumors, that they descend from some of the OG dragons of Northland.
I would say as much, but I'd also preface. Sometimes rumors can be baseless, but oftentimes in Nordland, it's not quite so simple.
Alright. Well, that's more information I've gotten from almost anyone, so I do appreciate it. I would like to avoid prying into your past, since I know it's at the very least a touchy subject. Or more, not your past, but your family.
I suppose it's more that I'm trying to be careful, but not really. I don't take offense.
Alright.
If you're referring to the dinner, there's a certain swagger that Nordlands are expected to portray.
Ah. I see. Alright, well, I'll leave that for another time.
Of course.
Ashlyn, how's the technically it's this eye. How's the eye doing?
Ashlyn covers his like proper eye. It works well enough. I didn't mean to be ungrateful at the time. It's simply I don't like putting myself in a disadvantaged position.
Nothing like weird has happened. I know when it came back like a different color and it's like glowy and stuff.
Nothing that I've noted.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Dredgen. I guess, been meaning to ask you. We've been traveling together for a while, but we've been doing a lot of things. I haven't really gotten to ask you, why did you ever join the Moonlighters? Like, whatever brought you here? Like, I
You
don't know
said
anything about
terrorism
you.
and then you didn't explain any further.
Well, I mean, it's not far off, honestly. I kind of was aiding two sides of the same war. Yeah, let's just say when they found out, they weren't very happy. So I was locked up for life, but the Moonlighters got me out, and now I work for them.
Where was Dredgen
Oh.
on March 6, 1988?
How'd you get yourself like in that situation even to begin with?
I think we know the answer to that.
He's just a bad person.
What do you mean by that?
Like, why were you aiding both sides? I imagine you were doing pirate stuff. How'd you end up in that situation?
Oh man, they were both paying very, very handsomely for my work. You know, it's just a lot
Fair.
of money.
I could have guessed that.
Also, I just wasn't really a fan of either side to begin with, anyways.
Who brought you in? Was it Elias or was it Oxton or someone?
It was an it was a unnamed recruiter, Sam.
I don't know.
Some fucking nobody. um, what led you to being, I guess, leading the life that you do? Is the, I guess, a call to the sea, if you will.
His name is Captain Cujo.
Made you want to
He-
be a pirate?
I tried to steal from him when I was a kid, and he caught me. But I just did impress him, and he wanted me to be part of his crew. With really nowhere to go and nothing to do, honestly, besides stealing every day. I think being on the sea was the greatest opportunity I've ever had.
Did you not have any family?
I did, but I didn't really care for them as much as, say, other people here. It's not like they were really special to me in any way, shape, or form.
Alright, I can
It's fucked up.
somewhat relate to that.
Some of us don't have family.
There's, well,
That's so
somewhat, I guess.
That's so crazy.
There's
Do you have
a-
any family, Arwen?
I do. I actually have family in Halfway. My father still lives there.
Volka thinks her family's dead.
Sam,
surprised you
Dredgen
didn't,
just has parents like my own.
like,
you
visit him
guys
when we were there.
I guess.
Uh,
No, I respect that.
yeah, well. I don't dislike him. I just care for him, so I don't want to drag him under with me.
I'm dragging these nuts.
I'm still. You can't exactly quit being a flame seeker.
See the two dying.
That's something probably I said.
No, it'll be a background commentary. It had nothing to do with what you said. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was she made a really dumb joke about dragons.
Dragging these nuts.
All right, we'll go back to our corner over here. Fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mentioned whenever I was explaining about the storm and how it related to me, I said that or I guess how I came into contact with the genie, magician, if you will. I was a dying man, if you will. So, my family and the purifiers presume I'm dead.
Nice.
Your
So I
dad
had
thinks
a-
you're dead?
Yes.
Very nice.
We hate our families.
Me in
And you
real
still
life.
care for him?
Yeah, but if I came back alive, that means he knows and the purifiers know. So I don't want to bring that down on them.
I guess that's fair. Keeping them in ignorance is the best way to keep them safe. I can relate to that.
I don't feel like that's what he said.
So,
That's how I interpret it.
I don't think you really did a good job of that.
Listen, I could relate to it for a little bit.
Right.
Or
Sorry,
I guess
your
I just
parents
never
are
really
dead,
thought about it.
Because you ran
I
them
was
over
so
with
busy
the
with
Nissan Altima.
being a moonlighter. Going on. I was very focused on my work.
It's a full-time
The
job.
work.
It's not really dick around.
That I didn't really think about
I know.
family or the impact of where I had been. That's enough about me, though. Speaking of people I know nothing about, Shiro, where? I only know
She's eating
of-
chocolate.
I only really know of where you're from. I don't know
That's kind of racist.
of your past life or even
I know you're from
Really,
Ching
you're-
Bing Bong Land.
Shut up.
heritage.
Alright, shit, we're streaming.
Okay, to be fair, I do not know my own past life either.
Oh,
It's
How's
not
that
much
work?
enlightenment I can give you there.
that's
The
fair.
minute I find out, I'll let you guys know.
All right.
There were rumors in my temple that I'm a hero. But you know, that might not be true. You never know. You never know if rumors are right or tradition is accurate. So we'll find out.
Well, you mentioned in your temple, so you definitely had. At least you did something before you became a moonlighter.
Oh, that's what you meant. You misinterpreted
have
the
a-
question.
Do you have a past life?
Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that.
Reincarnated?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Before this, I was a shrine maiden at a temple
Oh,
above the clouds.
What's a shrine maiden? What is that?
A maiden who works at a shrine.
Nice
It-
description.
They do little rituals and such.
Witch, burn her.
Who was your shrine to? Who or what? I don't know.
Well, I didn't personally meet the guy, to be honest. When I woke up, the god, supposedly the kami that had inhabited the shrine, was no longer around, so I don't really know where he went. But when I found some scrolls, in the temple somewhere, I think his name was Ibisu. I think he was a god of fortune. That's my best guess. I do not know. The godless temple is not a very good story.
Well.
There was a demon, though. That's why I can do this, and then I'll say something in Infernal. Actually, I'm gonna look at Ashlyn and be like, you probably know what I'm saying. Is that
What
motivated?
do you say in
Not
Infernal?
Slightly.
You know what I'm saying? Was that motivated? to Ashlyn?
A
Slightly.
little bit. Velka says back in Infernal as well.
Ashlyn
I'm impressed.
responds in Infernal that devils use Infernal as well.
Heresy! They speak the devil's
But that
tongue.
you're mostly on the right track.
Go. Learning something new every day. I don't think I answered all your questions very well, but
well, it was but I know at least something now.
I told you guys how I ended up in the Moonlighters.
Yes.
You
Just that it
said you
wasn't
were
your fault.
racially profiled.
Yeah, that better sums it up. That's good enough.
You also met
As a
Ivor,
Earth
the
genocide.
cutie patootie.
I mean, I guess that's what people think I am. That's what they put on my passport.
Do you know what you are?
I am a statue.
Were you born a statue or?
No. I was a person. Who turned into a statue. And now I'm alive again.
Can you call the mic now? I don't know why is this so funny to you?
Oh. Ashlyn
know, you
feigns
just-
mild disappointment.
You just said it so matter of the fact. I don't know why that was so funny.
Have more character interactions, you said. It'll be interesting, you said.
I'm sorry.
I don't know about you, but that was pretty interesting.
It is very interesting.
Well,
I have some theories, but I don't really know much of what's going on most of the time. So I really can't answer most of these questions accurately.
You are an enigma.
I think
You're not smart enough to know that word.
you're so rude.
a voice from heaven says that to
I
her.
don't think she heard it. I don't think she heard me.
David's being rude in the corner.
Is he saying that Malcolm would know that word? Because I'm pretty sure she wouldn't either. I think this is like the one time she got lucky and the big word she was using was correct.
She heard it from Elias
I
recently.
was gonna say, oh, you're in my head. Get out!
We've all been sharing a single brain cell this session.
We leveled up.
Where my character sheet into the fucking thing? It's driving me crazy. It just sets me to level 0. Figure it out.
Alright. I'm gonna hop in. I'm gonna do DM.
Velka suddenly gets really excited,
mind.
smacks her fists against the table, and goes, "Oh, Arwen, I can do a thing now!" And then she sits in silence for 10 minutes.
Are you going to do it?
She sits in silence for 10 minutes.
I'll set a timer.
What do you mean? She has silence on
I
her?
sit there silently. I ask a question about 2 minutes in, and then I don't get a response, so I continue to eat. Or Arwen.
If so, I'm casting speak with animal, and that takes 10 minutes because it's a ritual. I don't know if she's doing something in this time or if she's just like tranced the fuck out.
Figure it out.
Ashlyn starts painting Volca as she's doing this.
Painting. Like
Is
her nails?
Bub
or
with
like
us?
just Bub's always with us.
He pulls out his sketchbook and starts painting a picture of
Aw.
Volca.
I thought you meant like you were painting her, and I was like, okay, pop off.
No, I want to remember how much pain I'm supposed to be in when I remember this later.
Did you say pain?
Hmm?
Did you say pain?
No.
Paint? What did you say?
Yes, paint.
Okay.
That's right, Arwen. I said paint.
Gaslight
casting a
me,
spell?
Roblox.
Like, let's get closer. Can I, like, tell that she's casting a spell, or is it just she's sitting there? This is directed at Davis or Volca.
I wouldn't know. It's a
What is the
Davis.
pain?
I didn't realize casting like the ability to speak to fucking animals was so epic.
Davis, what does this look like?
Oh. Sorry, I was super distracted with playing the pain theme when he said pain. You're sitting there, crisscross applesauce, like a good little noodle, and you're channeling, like the natural force. So you're channeling primal magic, and as you're sitting there, you're just focusing on. Are you casting speak with animals or be sense?
Speak with animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of muttering to yourself, and because technically speaking, she's casting a spell, but because it's like more of like a primal surge of just like being a barbarian, it's kind of hard to tell. It's like in a similar vein of like someone who's casting a ritual spell, but she doesn't need components or anything. So you're just
Right.
observing her, and you can't see it, but like her just channeling raw magic.
Yeah.
To bend. Also,
Gotcha,
real
okay.
fast, while I'm here, present for a second, while you guys were training, Elias was helping Ashen. You got proficiency in Tinker's Tools, right?
Yep.
So he taught you Tinker's Tools, because obviously,
How to fix the arm.
yeah, and stuff like that, help maintain and what have you. And then, Sam, you didn't have a person who was a master in gun technically, but because you're around Ivar and Oxen occasionally, who are supposed to be masters of all weapons, they do know how to use gun. And now that I think about it, it's really funny to see like a 5'4" Irishman be like, "This is how you load and use a gun." It's not my preferred fighting style, but I can use it. But anyways, that's how you got your proficiency with your gun without Vesper being around. I don't think I missed anything else. What's up?
Does that show up on my character sheet at all, or does it just like...
I couldn't add it, but there is a gun now in your inventory.
Okay, cool.
I made it.
Sex Pistol.
You like the name?
It's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is
JoJo's!
picture. Oops.
This was a pistol I found online.
I
Yeah.
meant to look at the picture. So.
And if you roll it, everything will be added properly and all the damage, so you're good. And then if you critically fail, look into it.
It's gone. It's
No, gone. You have
no
ended.
person.
Alright, go back to doing your magic.
Does anything else happen within these 10 minutes?
I just sit there and watch.
I'm also
Okay.
curious
Slightly
of what's about to happen.
So Velka finally snaps out of it, and she looks around and she goes, "Where's Bub? Where is Bub? Someone tell me."
He died.
I don't fucking know. He's probably there. He's vibing.
Is
I'm assuming
Okay.
it's next to you, right?
Bruh, it's your fucking dog.
It's
just
your
give me a
dog.
location of where he is. Like, is he standing next to you? Is he over by like a fireplace or something?
Sure. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Velka will approach him and go, "Hey,
Ari!
God.
I am here.
you can understand me right now?
Rest.
This is his actual voice."
This dog is just extra carrying capacity for Arwen and nothing else, so yes.
You're learning what it's like to talk to non-humanoid things, objects, animals, etc. with Davis.
It's
I
been-
talked to a flower as a druid one time.
I just didn't expect a big fucking massive to sound like Scooby-Doo.
What would you prefer? I could do another accent.
Will always be a meme.
I don't know, but this is...
Arwen, when you gonna,
Give me an accent,
or
Sam.
Luke, when you gonna give Bub a personality?
Sam, give me an accent.
Proper British.
Why, of course I can speak to you.
Velka turns to Arwen. "I can talk to your dog now."
I am not his dog. I'm my own dog.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. Do you prefer Bub, or do you have a different name you would like to go by?
My government name is Bubbington the 30th, but I will accept Bub.
Okay. Bubbington the
What is he
30th.
saying?
I hated you.
He says his name is Bubbington the 30th?
That sounds made up. How would his name be the name I gave him?
Ah, it's a
Maybe
different
it's
name.
I'm not
Christmas.
speaking dog.
They're completely different names. What are you saying?
Well, it's like
Quite right.
Wait, so can you understand everyone else and then we just can't understand you? Or
No, just Shiro, because she's not a person.
I'll like tilts her head at him.
I can understand. You and Miss Pontreader over there, yes?
Why only her?
I am but just a humble mutt from the streets. Not a question I could answer.
You are more than just a humble mutt, you are a good boy.
Implications. He is a good boy. Oh, Luck's gonna have
Quite right.
What a cutie.
He goes back to licking his asshole.
See this, I say. That Bubbington the 30th. That's what he called himself.
I am taking a bath.
Alright.
You take baths with each other all the time.
Sorry, I'll give you some privacy.
Thank you.
Velka walks back to the table. I can talk to animals now, and I can also do this thing where I look in their eyes. But it takes like 10 minutes.
right.
I can do a magic thing now, though. She smashes her fists on the table again. My light.
Welcome to the.
It's not a magic that I know,
Fuck yeah.
but that's
Me
good
too.
for you. I'm
I'm
impressed you learned it in such a short amount of time.
And
Me too.
Infernal on top of that too.
It's always been there. Waiting to be unlocked.
Gonna have to deal with that for the next like hour.
It's what is it like? Does it go for like 10 minutes?
I don't fucking know.
It goes forever.
Okay. Does Velka hear any other little voices?
No.
Huh?
You're in a secluded cabin in the middle of Siberia.
It's fair.
Dresden Drake thinks of thinks of something. He says, sleeping in a forest probably is going to be difficult if you were to cast that spell, huh? You're gonna hear everything.
Quite noisy.
It's like a subway in rush hour.
Birds especially. My god. Chatty bitches.
That felt motivated. Wait until you talk to a mouse or a rat.
I will happily
Davis will just tell me to talk.
Every mouse and rat
play the rat.
ever
Is it
spoken
the
to.
rat theme from the German does.
No,
I
really
know
funny.
that.
No, they all have a speech impediment.
My God.
It is because of their buck teeth, yeah. That's been canon since my first campaign when our barbarian cast Speak with Animals, and he was like, "Oh, wise rat of the lost dwarven fortress, what news do you have for me?" And he was like, "Do you have any teeth?"
Rats don't speak English. They speak in squeaks.
Squeak, squeak. Anyway,
I think it's snake shadows. They sound like they have a lisp when they talk.
Yeah, but that's all I know how to do.
but like a gay lisp.
All lisps sound gay.
Well,
You are gay.
if you'd like to learn more about magic,
You are gay.
you can always approach me.
I'll keep that in mind.
I know Elias is unavailable,
You're just talking to beasts in the background.
so I'm the next best thing.
Like a cat meowing at a
I see
wall.
that child standing in the corner. Is that just me?
Hitting the gritty.
I hit it with her.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alright.
Also, Davis, how the fuck do you spell the name of the Warden of the East?
Use phonetics. No, I can tell you.
I had the Alabama education. I don't know what phonetics are.
I'm gonna send it to you. It will not help you pronounce it.
Sound decent.
No, I just wanted the proper spelling. Then I can mispronounce it all I want.
Oh man, you don't need proper spelling.
Harwin, how the fuck do you say prestidigitation?
It's not that hard.
Well, you're pretty close there.
Really not.
Tida?
Prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
How the fuck do you say it?
What's the song from like Squid Games?
By
Shiro's just
putting less
in the
inform-
corner,
like-
laughing.
I guess influx. Try to make more of a G.
Prestidigitation? Prestidigitation?
How do you describe words? I've never thought about words in such a
Say
What the
it.
fuck
Say it
is
slower.
Say it with your chest.
prestidigitation.
Fuck! My lips!
Prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation. Oh, now I'm saying it wrong.
Ambulance.
Write it down.
Everyone. You
Oh,
fucked them up.
Prestidigitation. Such a
Prestidigitation?
It's still going on, dude. Let's play the Squid Game song.
I'm trying to find it.
This goes on for several hours.
prestidigitation.
I don't think it'll play, but I'll give it a shot.
Prestidigit.
It's like dig, but without the g. It's j.
Prestidigitation.
Say it one more time.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. Saying it slow is so much harder.
Prestigination.
You're not helping, Ashlyn.
Correct.
Prestidigitation.
They're just letting this
Supply
happen.
there.
No, not even questioning it. They've just moved on with their lives. Like this is
No, this is appropriate. This goes on for a while.
This is what Shiro was singing in the background. Is what I was just told.
That's terrifying.
I'm so fucking bored.
Prestidigitation.
Okay. Am I
Close
still
enough.
muted? Am I still muted?
Wait, is that fucking...
Prestidigitation.
We'll come back to this.
I'm so upset I can't run on walls yet, man.
All you have to remember is a j. in
Shut
there.
up.
Prestidigitation.
Shut up. We're done here. I'm ending the
We're
bit.
done here.
I'm ending the bit.
Bing chillin'.
Shit.
Being chilling.
She speaks fluent Sylvan.
Sylvan's Chinese.
You never told me what pay it is.
Oh shit.
What?
Okay.
What?
You're right. I get busy. The fuck?
It's this guy, like the big
It's Italian. I'm about to make it. That'd be so fucked up considering the purifiers have Italian names. They're like, what are you speaking over there? Like Piet or Piet. And it's like, what? All their names are cat? What was looking up?
Why is it?
I'll get back to you. I'll just make it something from the fucking real life desert. Piet.
Davis.
Piet. What?
Can you set my character level to 6?
No.
For some reason it's 0 whenever I try to do the D&D Beyond import. And it sets it to 0, but it won't set it. It won't like increase it.
His training
Because-
debuffed him.
It's
Can I take
because
a-
you don't have an updated token.
Yeah.
Can I take a long rest since I've probably done one at some point?
Nope, you haven't rested once.
Understood.
It gives
Allow
me
me
the
to
XP,
increase
but
my
it's not
exhaustion.
level.
I can't even increase it, buddy. Sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
you did give me a new actor.
no.
Okay.
I will not.
Oh fuck.
What did you do? What the fuck did you
What?
do?
I just hit the D&D Beyond import thing and it just didn't.
And you put the right URL and everything?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Send it to me. Send me the URL.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I have to do something very important. That's what I thought. Give it over.
Ashlyn, what have you
Gives
been
me a
doing
little
this
green
whole
check
time?
mark.
Getting used to the new arm mostly, but I've also been learning some of the more traditional techniques in swordplay, hammer play, axe play, spear play.
A lot of plays.
Why do we call fighting play?
'Cause it's
Seems
fun.
rather violent.
'Cause it's fun.
Couldn't know so long.
It's
There
only
you
not
go,
fun
Luke.
when you're losing.
I fixed it for you. Jesus fucking Christ. You're
I'll have to
fucking
consider
useless.
that.
So can you move like all of your fingies now? In your metal arm? Is it metal?
I think parts of it are metal, and there's like some leather in there, right?
Yeah. At the base, there's a bit of leather, but most of it is metal. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
obviously the harness itself is like the strap that goes from one side of your body, wraps around, and keeps it stabilized and everything. So
Falco just like grab his arm and start like bending his fingers.
While you're doing that, Ashlyn's gonna start manipulating the fingers on his mechanical arm.
I meant the mechanical.
should have specified. Sorry, it's gonna take your entire action for the rest of the campaign. You're done.
Some of them are a bit more difficult to articulate. We're
I
working on
imagine
it.
the pinky. I don't have a lot of pinky control either.
Ashlyn actually flexes that one mostly fine, but he tries flexing the ring finger, and it hitches at a couple points.
I'm sure you'll get used to it.
I'm already used to it. I just need to get better.
Sure, you'll become more proficient in it.
We have been streaming for an hour, and I could not tell you what has happened, except for when I did dialogue. Nor not dialogue, I did a monologue.
We are becoming friends.
Yeah, slowly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, before we do any more of that,
Any more of that?
yikes.
Some fucking teeth.
You, friendship. Anyway, disaster. Catastrophe.
No, that was the villain of the last campaign. I understand how that could be confusing, though.
The skies darken. There's a rumbling on the horizon.
I am the storm that is approaching. Shiro, during your spiritual journey with Oxfin, are you ever going to share with him that you met his brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a little pig.
His little chap. I was like, what? Okay. He, doesn't show a lot of reactions in general. He just seems happy about the news that Kian is still alive and kicking for the most part, but doesn't really go much further into that. He also, while you're training, Ishiro, I'm going to do a rearranging of the roles. I've noticed that although my technique has worked in the past, with this particular group it doesn't work as well. I think I'm going to change the role to the later, and I'm going to make Arwen the messenger.
There goes my easy roll.
But I think it's a fitting upgrade to your status in the Moonlighters. And while we're back in Eldengrun, I have to attend some meetings with other captains, and I want you to be there so you can see how things operate.
Okay. Hi.
And then he goes back to beating the shit out of you, like any good father.
Totes McGoat's planning on running away from the Moonlighters.
Says you.
Yeah, now I can't. What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. Ooh, yikers.
Awkward.
What tea did you have to spill? Was it with an NPC or was it with the group? You.
Tea?
Yeah, I thought you said you had tea to spill.
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I think I'm sorry.
I stand corrected. Okay. Is there any other talking you guys want to do, either with yourselves or with any NPCs of your choosing that are within range?
Are there any NPCs within range?
Yeah, so over the course of several months, yeah. So if you want to talk
Okay.
to Elias, Oxton, Esme, talk is a strong word with her, but you get the point. Ivar, Daichi, others. It's fine. You don't have to say anything. I will say, though, as you guys are training, though, on the days that Oxton is back in town with Shiro, sometimes you guys, while in your training, can spot in the distance, observing you guys, Shiro, Oxton, as well as Sir Winterhide. Seemingly observing the what is going on.
Can they see the three of us?
Yeah. You're like, not like looking at them with like a telescope or anything. You're,
Can I add something?
yeah.
Anyone with high passive perception can see Shiro's gay panic at being in the vicinity of Sir Winterhide.
I
Since
know.
Velka has that mile range sight now, I think would she see it?
Don't have great perception.
Well, I have proficiency in perception.
I do have
but it's only
never
plus
mind.
3.
You will have to scroll up quite a bit, but you will be able to find a picture of Sir Winterhide. She is a tall, pale orc woman who carries around a giant maul, adorned in a mixture between leather and metal armor. And she is not near. She's not as tall as Jinbei. That's actually a good reference point. She's probably around the height, maybe if not a little bit taller than Renorin, which is bizarre for a half orc. But I've already mentioned this before with Ashlyn and Shiro, but Dredge and you would know as well. It is rumored that she is not only like half orc, the other half is not human. People theorize she's an ogre, so she's ogre orc. Nothing really matters, just as a point of reference on where she gets her size. Is she single? You've already asked this question every time you meet her, actually, and the answer is always an astounding no. She is not.
I keep forgetting.
But yeah, they're just observing you guys practice, and then when Shiro is sparring, Oxen and her can be seen observing as well. Cool. So how about... No. You're still the fastest.
Actually, I got faster. I got 5 feet of movement speed.
I need to
I
change
can-
the wind resistance meme now to Shiro.
Where's my
Pretty
s-
sure with
do
all
I,
his
did I get my
buffs and
scurf?
stuff higher.
What?
There we go. Okay, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
make sure it's my inventory.
If you want me to import it, I can. It's just the Boots of Winterkind reskinned, I'm pretty sure, or the Boots of War.
Yeah, that's
whatever it was.
actually it's exactly what I did.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Cool. Well, I will move on. On and on and on. On we go. Oh, what's up?
Hey, Davis.
Yeah, what's
I
up?
just noticed. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if this was added because of you or if this was before, but I have proficiency in hand crossbow.
No, that's just a rogue thing.
Oh.
You're because there's a difference between hand crossbow and then the heavy crossbow, and rogues are proficient in one of those. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a weird specification, but yeah, that's why. No, yeah, you're proficient in hand crossbows.
Did not know that.
It doesn't do as much damage as your fucking gun, but yeah, you have proficiency in it.
Gun isn't listed here.
Yeah, I could not add gun. I also couldn't find gun in like the list of items, and I looked everywhere. It was like just not imported properly, so I had to make my own. I reskinned it to be a heavy crossbow. Funny story. So yeah, but don't worry. It should function just fine. It uses your dex and everything. It'll be a good
What
time.
kind of gun does Trojan have again?
It is a flintlock revolver. Very
Got a
cool.
picture from One Piece.
Can it get much higher?
Ethan was asking the other day, and I was like, I don't fucking know.
So high. Okay. Well then, as we progress, let me make something up real fast.
That's why it's lagging. Because my fucking Steam decided it's gonna update shit. Bastard.
That rat bastard. Okay, I'm going to play a little song. We will sit here in silence and listen to it.
Davis, how much did it cost to craft my magic item? That's 2,000, right?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to be sure. before
Speaking
I-
of which, thank you for reminding me. On the last day of your training, which we're about to get into, Oxton gives all of you some money. He hands all of you.
Money!
He hands all of you 10 platinum pieces. or 100 gold, if you would like to have that in gold.
Say 10.
10.
A lot of money.
Because
Did
you
Oxen
were...
give us this?
Yes, he did. And he's about to tell you why.
It's not a lot of money.
It's really not anymore. Well, to the layman it is. No, is the layman even applicable here? To the laborman it is. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Because you were doing Moonlighter business and you weren't being able to do your own separate missions, we have to reimburse you for your time. So a gold piece per day is our standard. And I just rounded up.
Thank you, Captain.
Of course. Ah!
Appreciate it.
Kills you all. Elias. Magicless still.
Still magicless.
Oh, still
Okay.
magic glass. That's very important, actually.
I think that I will be able to use cantrip soon.
At this moment, I have more magic than you. And that's hilarious.
Do you think that I would not have magical equipment to enhance me further? You are but nothing but a mere tavern wench in the school of magic.
Damn, okay.
I could ruin you, expel you from the magic world. Do not test me, Vorka.
I apologize.
Go back into the woods.
Woods.
Go back.
A loner with Esme.
By your lonesome. Exile from the Moonlighters.
Hell yeah!
Good luck trying to get back to Theros. You don't even know where you're at. You have to say you have to do what we say because of the implications. I am the captain.
It's not
of
like
this
they're
boat.
going to do anything wrong. It's just, the implication.
The implications. But I will say, backtrack a little bit with that little snark remark. You guys are in Ravendal, which is the place you're not supposed to be at. So that's hush hush. That's me saying it, as well as every NPC ever who's going to ever converse with you. And I also shared with some of you the Elden Grun tab. It just tells you a little bit more about the different groups and their colors. I only shared it with no, it's still on yours, but I shared it with the two people who were unfamiliar with it, and then Luke, because I forgot to unclick him. If you,
Click on it, my fucking
yeah, let's do this. Boom.
Thank you.
Quickly
Oh,
having
sure.
everything copy paste.
You can. This is fine. So yeah, it
Control
doesn't-
A. See? I should have actually did that. It copied. Oh god, what I do?
Oxton, seeing that this situation is spiraling out of control with Elias going on another tangent, as one does. And this is after you guys' morning workout. You know how it is. I think it's best that all of you go back into town and freshen up because we are going back to halfway today.
Alright, Captain.
I think all of you are more than capable enough of handling some challenges that will be coming for you. And also, as a another addition to your group, the lieutenants and I will be accompanying you on the next handful of missions for as long as we can.
That'll be a change of pace.
Definitely.
Lord Commander has given us more free time. Elias is trying to hold back his excitement, but it looks like someone who's doing it very obviously.
Elka just smiles. Not hiding anything. She's like, yeah, cool.
So, with that, you guys go to the bathhouse, which is here in Elden Gun. Take a quick bath, freshen up. See some other Moonlighters. They look at you enviously. I mean, look at those abs. And stone-like complexion.
Really?
Unageable, truly. You guys clean up, get your clothes clean, clean your weapons, or lack thereof, I suppose. But you guys gear up to go back to Halfway. There is a market here if you wish to do some shopping. I guarantee you it won't be as much as there will be in Halfway, so please do not interrupt me by saying I would like to shop here. There is nothing for you here.
I have a question.
What
Does
did I
Velka
just
still
fucking
have
say?
the fucking pepper?
What?
Does Velka still have that fucking pepper that you mentioned?
No, you ate that because it was cold out and
Okay.
you would have died without it.
That's fair.
Yeah. You needed that, actually. It was very cold. You were on the verge of dying, and Esme was like, this would be funny to watch you die. But she
my
didn't say that.
weapon,
I thought
load my
it.
weapons with Moonlighter emblems. I'm joking. I do want to discuss a weapon with you sometime in the near future, though.
You haven't killed any bosses recently. I don't know which weapon it could possibly be.
There's a weapon archetype that I haven't seen before, and I'm very curious about it.
Is it the Yuck?
No, it's the hooked short spear. Apparently it's from a rulebook called Out of the Abyss. I saw it like the other day, and I was like, "What is this?"
How's that a
Davis.
spear and a hook?
Yes.
I would ask, I guess Elias?
Yeah.
So, you know how you gave us all boot daggers?
Yeah.
I happened to misplace it. For those who don't remember, a magician fucking took it from me. And then never gave it back. He's like, this is a trophy now, and then took it after the fight with...
No, you turned it into the obsidian one and then put it in your book.
Oh, he put it in the book. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's
Never
the
mind.
cover. Yeah.
I mentioned nothing then.
Okay.
I thought for some reason it was like an aesthetic change, so I couldn't actually use it. But I can still use it, right?
Yeah, he's
Still,
gonna
okay,
reach off
cool.
on the top of the book and it'll come off.
Gotcha. Okay. Never mind then. I was gonna ask for a new one.
Good. Okay.
And that is all.
So all clean and fed for the day. You guys regroup with Captain Oxen back in the quote-unquote town square. It's a generous term, but it counts. To which with him is obviously Elias and Esme, and then just some random dude. Don't worry about him. And he tells all of you to group together, and then within the blink of an eye, all of you are in the middle of the Will-O-Wisper building in Halfway. Safi looks like she had just sat down at her desk with a nice steaming cup of fresh tea, and she sees all of you. She's a bit startled as the china kind of rattles on the plate, and then she sets it down. I wasn't expecting you. I do have letters, and she shouts this from her office. The unnamed magician who teleported all of you is given thanks by magician always has been. Oxen shares thanks, and then he fucks off, gone into the wind. And by the wind, I mean he walks out the door. But you can hear Safi kind of humming to herself, and she has this huge wall of cubbies near her desk, and she pulls out some mail, all bundled together with some twine, and she hands out some pieces. It's kind of a back and forth for a little bit between Elias and Oxen, who each take their piece of mail, and then as she gets further and further down the stack, Falca, you're getting a little bit more anxious, and she says, Falca, and she hands you the letter. And now you can open that thing I sent you. And while you're reading that, she goes, oh, and there's one more thing. And then she walks back into her office, and you can hear her, like, struggling, and also her chair being knocked over, and then damn it, before she comes, like, carrying out, waddling, with a Eyston family axe. Like a battle axe.
This for me?
She looks at the tag. No, it's addressed to the good ones. And she plops it on the ground. It clanks. Oxen and Elias briefly look at that before going through all their mail. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else for any of you. But if you would like, I could write you a little letter if it'll make you feel better. You want a letter? I can write you a little letter, Shiro.
Velka's going to anxiously and excitedly tear open her mail.
If you can't read the font I used, if you scroll down, you might find a little secret.
Okay.
It's the same letter, just in a legible font. Spoiler alert. I went a bit crazy with that. I was like, cursive.
Thank you. I cannot read cursive.
That's okay. That's why I
Can
provided this.
I? Oh god, I don't have identify. Can I get a general idea of what the axe does?
It is an
with an
axe.
Arcana check?
So it's actually like the refined version of the Eiston family weaponry. So unlike, like I said this before.
Oh, so it's like it looks like what they were using.
Yeah, it's got the Borealis hue, and it also has
Gotcha.
like a little tag attached to it, and it's in nice little handwriting. And then there's the Eiston family seal on the back, like a wax print. It's like a little tag that you would find.
Yeah.
Ashlyn, can you do me a favor?
Oh,
Can you roll me a history check?
I can do that.
You can roll with advantage.
I will do that. Okay, so here's the thing. I got a natural 20.
I see that. You know, typically what happens is either a challenger or a political or a messenger for a family will sometimes deliver an axe and say, I would like to have a conversation with you. Please return my axe. It's
Gotcha.
like a more fucking metal version of like, hey, link up soon. Typically the axe means urgency. And some of the families have used it to signify that they're preparing bannermen for war. Others say, like, if you, like, what I mean by that is, if you accept this, you're joining my bannermen. Other times it's just like, I'd like to challenge you to like a duel. It has a lot of meanings. In this particular case, it seems like a memento for friendship, where it's like I'm calling upon your strength, potentially, just based off of the clues and the natural 20.
We are being summoned.
Sick.
Where did that
Where?
come from?
Oops, that just kind of slipped out, didn't it?
Were you asking about the accent, or were you asking about the axe?
Both.
Okay.
The accent.
There was a I don't know really how to describe them. 3 furbolgs that came in here asking for you guys. And of course, I can't divulge that information to unaffiliated parties to the Moonlighters. So I said that you were away and that I could take a message. And he said, "Oh, great!" And then he took the axe and then slammed it into my desk, and then gave me money to get a new desk.
That sounds like Renard.
Well, at least he's kind about it. How long ago was that?
And she like looks at this large calendar that's maintained behind the front desk. It like stares at it. Oh, I don't know. Probably, I would say about a month or 2 ago.
Did they say where we could find them?
Yes.
Or anything of that sort?
He, after the axe and me being confused by it, because I don't understand such customs, he handed a letter to me for, I believe, Oxton. And Oxton just kind of like mumbles like, as he's reading through letters. Like Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Valka, after reading her letter, she breathes like a sigh of like a complete like relief and like smiles, and then just kind of says out loud, "They're okay." And then she'll hand the letter to Arwen for him to read, because I assume that he'd probably want to see that too, make sure that they're not fucking dead.
It is a invitation to the funeral of all of her family members that were killed in the Raging Storm.
Yes.
You can send him the PDF.
Yeah, I sent him just a screenshot of the text.
I gotcha. So I assume whatever the message has to be, or that is attached with the act, is probably in line with whatever Captain Oxen will read shortly. Yeah, that's all the mail I have for all of you currently. Is there anything I can send out for you guys, or look out for, or anything of the sort?
Yes. Ashland's going to just rip a strip of paper from his sketchbook.
Mm-hmm.
He writes one word on it. And then gives it to Sappy.
Did you fold the paper?
He folded it, yeah.
Okay. I will put this in an envelope and then seal it with the Moonlighter insignia, unless you would like to just use just any ordinary collection of my stamps. I had stroke there. If you wanted to use any stamp from my collection.
Ashland looks over to Oxton. Like, for permission.
Like waves on.
The Moonlighter one.
And who's it going to?
Herlo is Stoflar.
Bless you. I'm just,
Would you like me to write it? No.
No, I'm just chatting. I know who you speak of. Is this a priority mail, or just when it gets there, it gets there?
Priority.
Very well. And then are we going to be taking payment here, or would you like them to pay for it when it gets there?
How much is it? Priority? It's like 25, right?
Oh yeah, 20. Yeah, it's 25 priority.
Yeah, I'll fork it over.
Okay. It also means it's secure. It's their securest form.
Yeah.
It will be there by the end of the day.
Alright, I will, Here, I'll just send you what it says. It's one word, you can probably guess.
It's just come.
How much for not priority mail? Just normal mail.
It depends. Where's it going?
Ireland.
Generally, the rule of thumb is about a silver piece a day's worth of travel. But because we go through the sky, it's roughly that. And if we ever encounter any weather phenomenons, of course, that just comes out of our own pocket. But if it's going to Ireland, what part?
Didn't realize it was that large. Oh god, what is the fucking... I'm sending it to Fire and Brimstone. If that...
Is it a
Well-
letter or is it a package?
Oh, it's a letter.
Okay, no, that's it's still it's gonna be a little. That is the price. Fuck.
Old piece.
Having a rough
She
day,
says
leave
fudge.
alone.
She says fudge. I haven't had my morning tea.
There's six.
We are going. So where are they located?
Ireland.
Well, that's great, sweetie. But what part?
Oh, I would say the city. I don't actually know the city.
Isn't it Kilbank?
Oh,
It is.
Yeah, it is
It
Kilbank.
is.
Yeah.
2, 3,
Alpha knows
You mean
things.
Crownstown?
8, 9, 10. It's gonna be fortunately for you, I believe that's about 10 days away. We send a lot of mail there and back, so that's gonna just be a gold piece for you if you don't want it to be priority.
Perfect. I'll hand her a gold piece, and I will write a letter, and I'll send that to you later.
Okay.
I would also like to write a letter back to Theros again.
Are we using the Moonlighter insignia for everyone here for this seal? I do have a vast collection, a lot of
Yes.
symbols.
I will.
I don't need it.
We only send mail with the seal. That way we know that
That's
it's
Yeah,
been
sure.
sealed the entire time. Would you like to use Moonlighter, or would you like to use a special stamp?
Moonlighter's fine.
Okay.
Was that also a gold piece to Theros?
No, because you're
Is that
using
further?
the Willow Whisper. Yeah, it's a bit further. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll say 16. We'll round it down. It'll be a gold piece and 5 silver pieces.
And I will send you what Velka wrote back.
Unless, of course, you want to use priority, like, Athlon over there. Priority mail is tips for the same.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else I can assist with?
I think that's all from me.
Very well. Mr. Dredge and Drake, we did have a rather curious visitor who, from what I understand, was going across halfway asking if we knew someone by the name Dredge and Drake. They were a bit bizarre, rather strange. But I just want to let you know that there's someone out there looking for you in a non-aggressive manner, from what I understand.
Did this person drop a name at all?
Come to think of it, no, they didn't. They were nice.
Do you know where they went or where they're going?
Last I heard, they were going towards the... Or, well, let me try that again. What they said was that they're going to the Great Lake of Artorica.
Alright. Thank you.
Of course. One day I will name that lake, and it's going to be so much easier.
It's the one in the middle. Right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Everyone will read the letter that he was handed to Volka,
Okay.
and then he will hand it back
Okay.
Thank you.
with a sigh of relief.
I thought you would also want to know that like where the storm is right now. So
Yes, and I'm glad to know that your family is safe.
thank you.
As you guys finish your letters and hand them off to Safi, she collects all of them and then takes them into her office. Is there a preferred place of business for you are? Oh, never mind. You said it's going to Killbank. There's only one office over there. For you, Miss Volka, is there a preferred place?
It was what was it called? The Ribbon Griffin? The Griffin's
Oh,
Ribbon?
yes, of course. Yes. That was the yeah, it's the Ribbon Griffin. Yeah.
The Ribbon Griffin?
Yeah. Yes, of course we can deliver it there.
Thank you so much.
And then Aslan, I assume it's just going to be taken to the estate.
Correct.
Very well. Alright. And then she goes into her office, and you can see that she is heating up some wax with a candle and is stamping away. She seems to be super happy to stamp things.
As we all are.
I was gonna say I love stamping.
Stamping
shit.
is fun.
I know.
Yeah.
She takes great pride. Is there a specific color of wax?
Yeah, let her say yes.
Isn't
I don't think so.
It will not charge
Black.
you anymore. Black can be done.
You make a
makes it look
gold?
intimidating.
I can make a gold, yeah. Athlon?
Green.
Very-
No, pink. No, green.
I could do both. I could do a swirl.
Okay.
Yes!
Pumped about this fucking swirl.
Yes! Alright. Cool. And she goes back to her office to begin setting the mail and everything. Oh, I was super confused for a second there. Oxen looks up from his letters. Some of them multiple pages. it's gonna take us some time to go through our mail. How about you guys go into town and collect what you need, and meet us back here when you're done.
All right.
And they go back to reading. They sat
Do-
themselves.
Where are we going? Like, what kind of environment are we going into so I can better prepare myself?
We're going to find out once I reach the letter detailing whatever that ox is about.
All right. I go to the
Okay,
Fat
get a
Alchemist.
vague
They've resupplied.
amount.
It's been 3 months.
Oh, sorry. It takes 3 months and 2 days to restock. So, yeah, it's a real shame. The cooldown timer is pretty crazy. What are you looking for?
How are those healing potions looking?
They're looking good.
Shiro bought all of them last time.
Oh, actually, 1 second. Who all's going with Arwen?
I'll go with Arwen.
Uh huh.
Where?
To the potion.
Oh, you know what?
Here's give her some teeth so you might get a discount. I'm gonna hand him the fucking little icy teeth I got from those little bitch boys from the very beginning of the. I fucking have them.
Wrong alchemist.
No, Davis. This is from when we were in. Oh, you're right.
This is Fat Alchemist.
It's okay.
We already have a discount
What do I
here.
do with the teeth, man? I fucking hate this campaign. I give you some teeth anyways. I'm fucking. Here you go, kids.
Some ice elemental
Get
teeth.
something nice with that. Go back to fucking staring at ghosts
Thank
in
you.
the corner.
Joe Biden.
Being chillin'.
Big chillin'. Okay.
Seven of stuff.
So Volka's going with Arwen.
Oh, potion shop?
Yeah.
I'll go with our own.
Okay. Dredgen, you going to?
No, I don't need potions.
So as the three of you go to the potion shop, real fast, the Moonlighter, as you're gone, long gone, the three of you, and then Shiro and Dredgen, you're just kind of sitting around while the brass tacks go through their letters. The door opens up. 1 second, please.
Yeah, I'm clutch my bra. Look at this baby. Do you see this baby?
I do, in fact, see the baby. The door opens up. Hey!
Scared Klaus.
Girlfriend.
You're not here.
Oh.
I
My
said,
bad.
well, you three were at the potion shop.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey! Wait, where's Volka?
Out.
That's okay.
Well,
I'm here to speak to two people anyways, and it's just the two people I wanted to speak to. Dredger Drake, and of course, Mitama Shiro. You might remember me, of course. I'm Penny Stein. Penny Stein, doesn't really matter. But I have some wares that I recently came in contact with that I think the two of you would be very interested in indeed. It reminds me of
Found
you.
us just like that. Just
It's actually quite easy to find you, yeah. Yeah. You know how it is. Us folk, we know how to track people down when we need to.
well, since you're here, what do you got?
Yeah, somebody see your wares.
Well, in particular, I've got two items. Now, Miss Tamashiro, I have for you a very peculiar item, you see. I have right here, and he holds up. 1 second.
The cat's attacking you.
I will eat you if you come over here.
He's going over here.
Oh, 1 second.
He's coming over.
No, no, no!
Coming over! He's gonna sit on your fucking.
He holds up.
My cat.
I thought that was you flashing something on the camera.
He holds up what it looks like a small wooden varnished carving of a ale tankard. And he holds it up in front of him, waggling his fingers. This right here, it is what could you say? An amulet for people who like to drink.
I do drink.
If you drink some alcohol while wearing this, you regain some life sustenance. But it only works once per dawn, and then it recharges, of course. Are you interested?
I am interested.
For you. And I would like to not bargain. I will sell it to you for 500 gold pieces.
Does it come with a chain or anything? You know, like it's just a little amulet I have to hold in my pocket for 500 gold pieces, and can I
could,
get like a little chain strap
I
thingy?
could- I
Can I
could,
get like a cell phone charge
yeah.
charm?
I could throw that out. I could throw in a necklace for you.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a necklace. Actually, I would like it to go in my obi.
Yeah,
It just needs to be on a
yeah,
chain.
I got you.
stitch.
It does have to be on your person for it to work, though.
It's gonna be on my obi. DM, you know when people like
Yeah.
tuck amulets and
Yeah,
shit in their big ass belt, Japanese
Yes.
belt.
Sold for 500?
Yeah, why not?
I will send you the link of what you just bought.
Should I package him?
No.
Okay. I couldn't tell if I was supposed to have it.
I sniff it and I go, oh, it smells like ale.
Yeah. It's for drunk folk. You're not drunk. I'm not saying you're drunk. No, I would never insinuate such a thing. And then for you, Dredgen. Sorry, I gotta find it real fast.
Now I can put this on my belt. This is perfect.
Yes. Last time we spoke, you mentioned how you might be interested in procuring another magical coin. And I've done just that for you, my friend.
Oh.
And he kind of whiffs his hand to the air, and you see a red coin, identical to the one you have, except red this time.
Oh, so it's like carnelian or something.
Ruby.
I don't really know. I'm not a James Smith, I'll be honest.
Okay, just pick any red rock.
No, that's pretty sane.
Very cool, man.
All I know is that it works similar to the other coin I gave you, except instead, if you can believe this, and I find it quite ironic, I do, it does fire damage.
Yeah, also, it looks like it would do fire damage.
Right. It only does fire damage, though, to be fair.
Oh. Alright. That's not bad.
No, it's not.
I still got the other coin.
Exactly. The best part about them is that if you really wanted to, you could... He does that too. You can dual wield coins. I don't know why he's a lisp. Ignore that.
It comes out when he's excited.
Yeah. Are you interested?
Hey, Davis.
Uh-huh.
Is it possible to wield this other coin, put it on a really long string and use it as a rope dart?
It'll come back to you.
It's true.
Yeah, it'll just...
But I think that'd be really funny.
I do have an item similar to what you are speaking of, though, Dredgen.
Oh?
It is called... It's called a seeker dart, you see. Yeah. You whisper the word seek and hurl it, and then it'll track down the target of your choice. The thing is, though, is that it doesn't do the same type of damage as like a normal dart, you see. When it reaches the target, they have to make a saving throw, so to speak.
If I mention something that I want now, will you show up with it later?
Perhaps I am a procurer of many magical things.
I should have talked to you those other 20 times.
It's okay. I seem to show up when you guys least expect it.
I don't know. I feel like the music is a good precursor.
What music are you speaking of?
No one
You
else
just
here.
told me that they can about. You just told me about saving throws.
What are you talking about, Dredgen? No one said that. What are you talking about, man? But anyways, they have
Next thing
to
is-
make the answer
says-
real fast before we get into share with it. The dart, yeah, they have to make a saving throw and they take a D4 damage, and then they take an extra 3d4 damage. The only issue is that once you use it, it just becomes a normal dart.
I'm not buying that.
Would you like to buy
How
the
much?
for the
How
coin?
much is a coin? How much is a coin?
I will sell it to you, my dear friend, for 750 gold pieces.
DM, what is the price of upgrading my hull on my ship?
750 gold pieces.
You have more than enough, Sam.
I'm just double
It's a greedy
checking.
man.
And do remember that you told your crew to make sure the kind of put some funds away for it. To answer your question, though.
Don't you dare.
Oh. Bum, bum, bum. I'm looking right now. Oh, that's fucked. 1 second. Oh, my computer's crashing. Oh, hee hee hee. Oh, la la la. Oh, cha la 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 la. Where is the upgrade section of this?
Davis,
No. What?
I never mentioned my heckling. I
You-
never asked. Is
and you
Elias
never will.
proficient in alchemical supplies?
He is.
He's like an alchemist, right?
Yeah.
Could I have learned how to use alchemy supplies with him?
You have to spend the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. No. Oh, yeah, you weren't
I don't
learning.
know.
Oh, no, you were crafting.
I,
so
I
no.
wasn't doing anything.
No, you were
I didn't,
crafting.
like-
You were crafting the magic.
Well, that
item.
was during the time skip, but on the boat with him.
Oh,
That
you
was-
want to work towards that? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I gotcha. It's 25 gold pieces a week, so it's been 25 gold. So spend 25 gold, and then you do the math. You can. That's it. Take your intelligence, subtract that from 10, the modifier. Okay. Anyways, Sam, you will have enough money. I guarantee it. I can't find it right now, but you'll have enough money.
All right, I'll take it.
The coin is yours, and he tosses it at you in a non-aggressive, killing manner.
I die. I burn alive.
I will add it to your inventory and yeah, everything. But it'll do the same amount of damage. It's just, and it also comes back to you, except it just does raw fire damage.
How much? How much money was that?
750 gold pieces or 75 platinum.
75 platinum minus from 209. Give me a sec. I'm whipping out the calculator.
Well, maybe you should just.
Calculator.
109,
You just gotta get.
75.
You put some shit on your goddamn
Okay, 134 is how much I have.
I really need to. I was thinking that today, actually, when I walked in here.
Cool.
Well, Velka would have also put a gold coin with her,
I figured.
like a gold coin and 5 silver with
That's good.
Hey,
the letter.
Davis, just take this same picture.
I'm going to and make it red. Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, okay.
And yes, Shiro, is there a magic item that you're seeking for? Anything that you wanted to be accomplished?
Yes, if you have anything or could find anything that makes one impervious to damage by real and or magical fire, that would be swell.
I see. You're looking for an item that makes you a bit more resistance to the Purifier's flame, or perhaps Dredgen's new coin. I like it. Dredgen,
It's Dredgen's new coin.
Dredgen, you're not a fascist, right?
No, I'm a pirate.
And there's a difference. I'd rather be a pig than a fascist.
I think I'd
Retweet.
rather be anything than a fascist.
Damn right. I will be on the lookout for it. Those are in high demand because of,
Yeah.
But I'll see what I can do for you. Is there anything else I could be on the lookout for, you guys? Do you anything for the rest of your group?
There is a man made of completely bones. Just bones everywhere.
Oh, you're talking about Monsignor Bones.
Oh, so you do know him.
Of course, there's a traveling merchant, little get together we do every year. Yeah.
We had an encounter with him, and
Yeah.
I just never really could get him out of my head.
Mhm.
I'm just curious. Do you know where his whereabouts are today? Or where he's going or anything?
He's your platonic soulmate. You
That
killed him. That's the real Dredgen Drake.
That is
That's the
a-
real Dredgen Drake.
tough man to find is what that is. From what I heard, he normally kind of keeps to the Winterbank side of things because, from what I understand, if you can believe this, fire can't damage a skeleton.
Like, that's BS. I shouldn't do
That makes. I guess that's why he probably wouldn't want to leave.
It's a great market out there too, because magic items are prohibited and everything. If you're looking out for him, though, I have to go to Winterbank here soon, anyways. I could be on the old lookout for him and send him your way if you wish.
Just really wanted to ask him to be on my ship, honestly.
Intriguing. I mean, he is a traveling merchant. You'll be traveling. It's not a bad gig. I'll see what I could do. I might be able to pull some strings and get you in contact with him.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything for a valued customer. Anything else?
That's about it.
Perfect. Well, if correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Mitamashiro, but you are the messenger of the group, yeah?
Yes.
Can you deliver a message for me to Miss Valka? Can you tell her, keep it real simple, keep it real simple, say that whenever she's done doing whatever she's got to do, I require her services as per the contract. And if you want to be real on the nose, if you could tell her specifically that it is a wolf problem, that would be great. I trust you with that. I leave you a gold piece. He hands you a gold piece for your trouble, of course. And I will say, for the time being, toodaloo.
Shalom.
Did you say shalom? Enjoy the new wares. I will see if I can find anything else. Before I leave real fast, Dredgen, are you looking for any magical things for the ship you own?
I don't really know what exactly I would be looking
Yes.
for. Okay. Yeah, I guess
I might be able to procure you some sails.
Magical sails.
Perhaps.
Can we get like a fog machine?
How much?
That's gonna be a bit difficult. I'll get a
I'll
collection.
take you.
I'm going to meet a procurer of wares. I'll see what I can find for you. And even if I can't sell them to you, I can sell them to someone else. And Shiro, Mitama Shiro, did you just say something about a thing that could create fog?
That'd be so fun, right? We like roll up on someone and there's fog everywhere,
That'd
and
be
then we
pretty
start rattling
intimidating.
some chains.
Yeah. No, I could do that. That's easy. Yeah, I could find
That
an
would
item.
scare me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Oh,
Missed but bigger.
Or maybe we just want to like run away. Missed.
I'll see what I could do about that.
Bomb.
I'll see what I could do. No, that's good. That's good.
Dredgen has abandoned ship.
He gives you a finger gun. Sounds good. All right, toodaloo. Catch you around. Penny Stein out. He walks out the door.
Can I say something really weird?
What?
Today I was at work and there's somebody whose last name is Diggins, and someone said Digger, and I was like, why would that be your vocabulary's national sound that you like gravitated towards
These
by accident.
fucking diggers in my country.
I was just like, why
We
would
were on the ship for 4 weeks.
No, you were not on the ship for 4 weeks.
19 days.
900.
You were on the ship for, yeah, technically 19
Hours.
days, so roughly 2 weeks.
It's 900 hours to get-
Okay, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I removed too much gold then.
So 50 gold would be the appropriate amount.
Yeah, but
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so that the music changed. You guys were at the potion shop. You see the satyr and a minotaur couple kind of conversing as you walk in. They stop their conversation. She focuses all of her attention on you. You can see they did a little bit of remodeling. It's a little bit more fun in here, a little bit more
nice.
funky. Yeah, man. They've got kind of like just like as a whoa zany setup. They have like they're making potions now in front of the customers.
oh,
cool.
that's
Yeah.
neat.
So one of her clones. What's up?
I have very simple requests for items.
Yeah.
Can I? Do you sell alchemist supplies here?
Yeah, I can definitely give you a basic kit. It will run you 50 gold pieces,
All right, I hand her 5 platinum.
and she gives you in exchange a backpack, or not a backpack, like a backpack, like a small bag of alchemist supplies.
Perfect. And do you have any greater healing potions in stock?
Yes, I have one in stock. Where we've been selling out on them, so I will let it go for 75 gold pieces, as per our arrangement.
Perfect. And do you have any fire resistance potions?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
She raises her eyebrows. Unfortunately, those are in hot demand with a certain faction of people. So,
I'm buying them all out, aren't they?
Do you have
hmm
the recipe for that? Or of some sort? Maybe a way to make it. Or at least the supplies. Or not, I guess not the supplies. The
yeah, amount of
ingredients.
supplies. I could. She kind of leans back on her stool. Normally, I don't give out information like that for obvious reasons. But because you did help me out with the previous problem, I think I can let it slide. I will teach it to you, but I will ask for payment in return.
Of course. You have a business to run.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. She'll sell you the recipe for it, quote unquote, for. I'm not sure something.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no official ruling for it, but I'll say in this case, she'll sell you the quote unquote recipe, which is like a surefire way on how to make it, like a step by step thing. I'll say she'll sell it to you for
The WikiHow.
300 gold pieces, and it means that anytime you make a fire resistance potion, you'll have an advantage.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'll do in exchange.
I'll split the cost with you if you make me some fire res.
I actually don't need them for myself, so sure.
Okay.
So 150.
How much was it? Yeah, 150 each.
Actually, no, I do not want to cast backwards.
So yeah. So when you're able
Okay, bring it
to,
under 100 each.
oh my bad. Continue on.
100 plus. How much was the?
Oh, okay.
You said 100, right? And then you were
Yeah,
contributing as well.
yeah.
Okay.
So all of you will lose 100.
Works out.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, that works.
And just make an item in the foundry called like I don't know, like fire resistance recipe, and just for the description of the item, just put like it gives you advantage on making fire resistance potions.
Okay. I will add that to my equipment.
I'd also like to remind that Ashlyn gave Volka a second fire resistance potion during the tournament.
Did you? Did I use
Yeah.
that?
You did not because we didn't fight the dragon.
You fucking slut. Pay attention to your shit.
Put that in here.
How do you not have that?
I have 2 weeks of training.
I'm so angry.
Left, or that's something you've done?
That's what I have done. Because
Okay.
I only spent 2 weeks on the boat.
What's your intelligence modifier?
2.
Okay.
So I have 6 more weeks.
Okay. So 25. Yeah, I gotcha.
Then the healing potion I bought, and that's all for me.
Sick. Anything else from anybody?
The other thing I wanted was the fire res, and I don't have any, so
Yeah.
I have plenty of healing stuff.
I gotcha.
I say plenty. You can never have enough.
True. Ashlyn?
Do you have a, dare I say, normal potion of healing?
Oh, like the lesser ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one laying around. 25 gold pieces as per the arrangement.
I fork it over.
And she gives you a healing potion. The glass vial that they come in is slightly altered now. It is enchanted with a simple magical enchantment, if you can believe that. Where there's like this kind of iridescent sheen to the glass. For
The
anybody,
little things.
it does nothing but looks cool.
Gotcha. There's something. There's something I'd like to buy, Davis, but I don't know. Like it's something I've never seen before.
What is it?
So, like I mentioned it earlier, it's a hooked short spear.
Yeah, you can get one.
All right. 'Cause the problem that I have is that it doesn't have a price listed. And also, it does a pretty wacky thing. So I wanted to get a chance to talk about it. Maybe be like if it's okay, then we say that I got it later, or like after the fact.
Yeah, you and I can discuss that later.
Gotcha. So if everything works out, I have it. If it goes through, it just never happened.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. And this actually would be the perfect place to get it because of how diverse the city is. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Why is there no price? That's so bizarre. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
Cool. Any other potions for anybody? Sounds gravy. Cool. I will then. Are you guys going to meet back up at the Willowish Bush?
Yep.
I assume so.
Sweet. I'll change up the music once more. Put some little bit fun on. Share copy. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. Loop it. All right. You guys meet back up, and by the time you guys are all gathered, Oxton has finished reading all of his letters. I can now explain why the axe was gifted to the group. It appears that Lord Renorin of House Easton is requesting myself and the livestock to act as guards to a dinner.
We've done that before.
Oh, baby!
It's being hosted by the Southern Warden's son, Daneless Deer the Second.
I don't know who that is.
You do not know who that is.
He was like, these names mean nothing to me.
Ashlyn, is this someone we should worry about?
All the wardens you should be wary of.
Understood.
You know what I'm about to ask from you, Ashlyn. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll me a little history check. I'll see if I can give you a little bit more information to work with besides just his name.
Is this also with insight?
With advantage, you mean?
Or advantage, sorry.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, that was so many die.
Just 2.
22.
It sounded like 5 for some reason on my.
Daneless Deer the Second has a reputation that is not that great. He's kind of seen as like the my dad's the lawyer, he'll sue you type, you know? And he's like, no, I didn't put roofies in your drinks. What are you talking about? Do you know who my dad is? He's like a frat boy. For medieval terms, I think you could put that together. He likes to use his, to wield his father's title over everyone, and the fact that he'll inherit the title eventually. You know that completely contradicts his father's reputation, which is that of a much more noble and honorable man.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I would say you would know that he's the eldest. He's got like a frat boy persona to him, overly cocky. But unfortunately, he does have some validity behind that, where it's like he is kind of a good fighter, just a little bit. And like people find him charismatic. But like people who actually like spend time with him, they're like, okay, maybe he's not that great of a person. So
I think I'm picking up on some of these. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
cool.
You relay that to the rest of the party?
He's a bit tricky. He's the sort of person who puts on airs, or is full of hot air. Which was it? Full of hot air, but it's hot enough to where you might get burned.
Okay. I'm seeing why Renoran might want protection.
Alright then, well.
He just wants to hang out. Why are you guys tripping?
Renoran's also a frat bro, but he's like, whoa, guys.
Good one.
He's like the cool one.
Took feminism 101.
Yeah.
I'll have you know that I am studying for a
He's
liberal
the,
arts degree.
He's their straight man. It's like, guys, I think we're going too far.
He's the woker.
He is the woke one, yeah. He's like,
The woke one.
let me walk you to your car. The bare minimum. What were we saying, Arwen?
Do we have a like a magic like a place I can buy like scrolls, like spell scrolls, like very basic ones? Like first level spell kind of vibe.
Not legally.
Mm,
Or,
gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
Alright, then never mind.
What do you know about the law? He knows how to toe it as a fascist. The cheat code is as long as you say for the witness before you do anything, it's alright. Yeah, what if the witness is like, guys, stop! Please!
Please
You're
stop.
ruining it!
Where's Melody?
Stop killing them, dude!
I am not associated with them.
No, dude. What if it's just Germa?
Ah,
Lord and Savior.
Filed all of this world's serial killers into one man.
My new favorite clip of him is where he's out in the desert and some guy in his chat's like, next game, and then it just out zooms to him standing in the desert, him going, yeah, let me just get to my computer. Why he's in the desert dressed like a cowboy? Who's to say?
He like grabs her freaking construction.
Yeah. He's so fucking weird. He's so weird.
Summer loves that.
There's like a clip of him playing Fortnite. It's like one of the fucking funniest shit ever.
The witness is just trapped going, no, Murph, no.
No, Murph! Atticus, no! But anyways, Oxton says, let's just go and get our go and get the wagon and the ox, and we'll head out. Yeah. So yeah, he stands up, collects his letters, puts them away, and he leaves. Are you guys following?
yeah,
Yep.
I follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain, how long is the trip?
12 days.
I think we should stock up on rations.
He looks at Esme, and Esme nods. No need.
Very well.
Oh, I was going to tell you this. Let's go ahead and actually, this is a good point. I got to feed the cats anyways. Go ahead and take a little 5-minute bathroom break. You would know Valka. I said that you would know a little nickname about her. Her being Esme. Oh boy, rough day. Her. One of her many nicknames is the Hunter Huntress. Alright.
You can try again.
Love her. I love her.
Okay, have fun. I'm not gonna do anything.
You want anything while I'm up?
No, I'm so sleepy.
We're almost done.
It's my bedtime. For anyone listening at home, it's my bedtime.
Not even 9 yet.
I'm an old bitch.
I know. I'm gonna end it here soon. I'm gonna get you guys to.
fucking god.
Merlin.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god. Excuse me as I scratch my butt crack. It is so itchy.
Here he is.
Fat boy.
Fat boy.
Oh, I didn't say it by the way, but it's currently the 30th day of Seeds Down.
Seeds down.
Yeah, Seeds
What
Down.
did you fucking say?
Seeds, like the plural of seeds or seed.
No, what day
Is
is
that
it?
Oh, the 30th.
So, a new moon.
Yeah.
You suck.
Well, it's not about to be. You guys are gonna travel for 12 days.
Ever have
30th of seats. Okay.
a full
Is that spring?
Yeah, it is spring.
Yeah.
You guys are about to transition into Deep Root, which is still spring, but towards the end of it, it becomes fall. If you can believe that.
That's cool. Can I have my hit dice back, please?
No, you may not.
Huh? Okay.
Have you not taken a long rest?
I've not taken a long
You can
rest.
take a long rest.
I was not
I've
given
been
permission to
awake for-
take a long rest.
I've been awake for 3 months straight.
I
Yeah.
haven't rested in 5 months.
year now.
He has max exhaustion.
He would be dead.
Max is not fucking
Ashton
dead.
died of exhaustion.
He's just a
It's
ghost.
like that. It's like that one affliction in Elden Ring where it's like poison, except it reduces your health bar until you
Oh.
get no health bar.
The fucking basilisk,
Yeah.
or whatever they're called.
Those jailers in Dark Souls 3.
Oh my god, those fucking jailers, dude.
Hey, would you like to come visit me? Where do you live? Irithil Dungeon. You know.
That place is. I was scarred by the time I went in there in like New Game Plus. All right, cool. I was here. What was it saying? Oh. So yes, you guys journey back to Sin's Manor. Doing so, or let me try that again. You did that by going to one of the stables and Oxen buying horses. For all of you. Oh, you know what? 1 second. 1 second, please. Uh-oh.
Fucking people, my family keep coming in my room. They don't play D&D.
Kill them.
I will.
At least you have a family.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Did you hear her say that? Okay.
Ooh, I love when he plays fucking Beauty and the Beast music.
Yeah, it's Sin's Manor music.
I like it.
Journey back to Sin's Manor upon horseback is easy, or sorry, not difficult, because most of the snow has melted because it's spring. And once you reach coming upon the manor, remember that there's a village below it. You guys see that there's life here, and you can see some workers rebuilding and trying to refurbish the decrepit village. And they just kind of look at you and wave you on, just like, have a good day. And as you guys actually make it to the manor, you can see that first of all, the gate has been reestablished, is no longer missing. It's open currently, and you guys can see that the manor, like the village, is completely different. Everything looks recently maintained, with the hedges trimmed, the windows cleaned. The fountains actually also cleaned and no longer like a gross kind of icky green color, amongst many other things. You can also see that the manor itself is kind of airing out, and you can see as you look through the windows that everything is properly decorated, and that next to nothing is covered by sheets, and it actually looks like a functional manor.
That's what happens when you get your partner back.
It's true.
Who does all the decorating?
It's also true. And you can see kind of directing people as they're moving furniture is Artyom. And he stops and walks down the steps of the manor to greet all of you. Hello, friends. What brings you all the way up here? He says, knowing the answer.
Well, we've come to use the cart.
It's yours. I gave it to you.
Unless we're coming to get it.
That's more like it. It's been stinking up stable. I will grab it for you. Stay put. He comes back and he watches. He walks across the courtyard to the this large, comically, so to speak. It's almost like a house. As he pulls out the cart and the ox, walking it over to you guys. Doing so, he shouts across. So, what do you think of place?
You
Looks
really,
good.
It's really been improved.
Thank you. The occupants are still here, though. But
That's good. It wouldn't be that mansion without it.
exactly. Yes, we
That's what gives it its charm.
we are opening back up ever since Sin has stopped being depressed bitch.
Speaking of Sin, does he want that jacket that he lent to me back?
No, he does not need jacket back.
Okay.
Consider it gift for almost being drowned.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, I was told, do not tell Sin I forgot this. I was told to extend hand to. He looks at you, Arwen. How old are you?
Me?
Yes.
21? 20, sorry, 20.
Oh, we misjudged that. Okay, let's roll that back. Volka,
Yes?
Sin has offered you a free tuition to school. If you ever need it.
Why?
Uneducated.
Do you want the real answer or do you want me to be nice?
Does he think I'm stupid?
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep it in mind. Tell him thank you, though.
Of course.
Genuinely.
It's. Yes. Of course. Just. They want to see everyone grow to be good adults, unlike that one. And he points to Trudgeon.
Wait, so if I was younger, I would get free tuition to somewhere?
Yes. Unfortunately, this is for children, and it would be weird
Ah.
to have you here.
Well, I guess I do already have an education.
Barely.
Fuck it is not.
Well,
This man just said that you look like a child.
Did you want a tuition, Arwen?
no, I don't need a tuition.
Oh, okay.
But just keep in mind, was told to extend offer. Anyways, here is cart. I might have done some minor repairs. It has seen its fair damage, mostly from what I assume is rope. Using it to lift it up and down onto a elevated surface.
We had to make
Yeah.
do.
I come from long line of wagon makers, and you hurt my soul when you hurt wagon.
I would like to insight check that. Does he come from a long line of wagon makers?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
21.
Give me a history check.
It's barrel makers.
Natural 20. 27.
Not only does he come from, he's very clearly telling the truth about coming from a long line of wagon makers. You know them. They, with his accent and everything, it is a nomadic group of people called the Aromi.
Ashlyn goes, oh, Aromi.
Why do you say
As
it with
though he
such
hadn't-
disgust?
He doesn't say it with disgust so much as it is disappointment in not having realized it sooner. Like, I should have been on top of this.
I feel like I'm being profiled.
Hmm? You are.
Blinks.
Where would this education be taking place?
He smiles. And he points to the manor behind him. This was a school before it became the press abode.
Oh. Cool. Okay.
Of course. You seem confused. Don't worry, you will not be sleeping in manor. You sleep in village down there, like peasant.
That's what I'm used to.
Just leaving it up as offer. If you do well and you wish to pursue a more magical career, Sin has connections to get you into Magical Academy. Elias'
Interesting.
eye twitches at this thought. But anyways, do enjoy the wagon in all seriousness, and do take care in your travels wherever you are heading off to.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do with the horses?
Actually, everyone else.
It's the Oxton.
To Oxton.
Keep 3 horses, give the rest to him.
We do that.
Okay. Perfect. Actually, the 6 of you will give, or the 5 of you will give up your horses, and then the 3 lieutenant, or the 2 lieutenants, and then Oxen will keep theirs. Perfect. I also, Jurgen, last time you asked if there was job present. I know you're probably off doing other things. I do wish to let you know that we do have a job, and I think it is something best suited for you.
Okay.
How would you like to spit in the face of fascism?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, whenever you're done doing what you're doing, come back here. We wish to do a non-hostile takeover of the city. Now that the Baron's back. And we need arms for when the Purifiers definitely attempt to fight back.
I'm down. I'll be there.
Yes. This is good. He pets the 5 horses that he's been given. All right. And he walks over to the stable. Enjoy journey.
I look over at Volk. I'm like, terrorism.
Terrorism. We need to talk about that.
Oxton, getting off his horse. I wish to get. Oh, he's not Russian. I wish to get there as quickly as possible. I will. Drive the cart. Elias smiles. That means you get to be in the back with me. We're gonna have such good memories. He opens the door, climbs in it.
Let's
Esme,
take a seat in the next one.
Esme remains on horseback. Cool. I will just cut straight to the chase. There's not
About
actually a
that.
chase. What's up?
During
Elias
those.
something.
Oh, good. No, mine's not very important.
Okay. Falco was just gonna ask Elias. Do you plan on talking to Merlin?
Jean, why?
I don't know, just curious if you're actually gonna talk to her or not.
Jean, she seems like quite the talented mage.
Mhm.
She has much to offer.
Yeah, you'd be in a much different place without her.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Maybe a little.
That's all I wanted to ask him about.
While I was recovering, did she bring up anything about my family around you?
Not your family, no. She let me know that she knew who you were, though.
That means she probably knows my family. This is the worst thing that ever happened to any elf ever. I wish to
Good luck.
bury my head
Pats
in
his arm.
and die. Oh, you look good. You're toned. Esme did a good job.
Thank you. I feel better, healthier.
The
Cold isn't as cold.
Maybe. Just don't do anything dumb like jump into frozen lake or anything. Is there anything else any of you wanted to discuss with anyone?
Yes.
What?
I just wanted to ask Elias if we could continue our trading.
No.
Okay.
Yes, we may continue your training for as long as we can.
Perfect. More money out of my pocket.
Mm. Just subtract it. Just the 25.
Four.
Cool. So traveling is going to be super easy. Normally, you guys are used to me making you roll, watching, taking guard and everything. But fortunately for you guys, you're traveling with 3 of the most deadliest persons in the plane. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Especially Oxen, who doesn't have to sleep. So while driving, you guys are driving. There is no stopping. The cart is in constant motion. Except for when you're hungry.
Poor ox.
At which point, and obviously the rest of the ox.
Poor ox.
But you guys get a lot more mileage. Especially since there is a small chance that perhaps you're traveling with a ranger. I won't say much further than that. But maybe there's a chance. Who's to say? Not me. But you guys are also taking up some well-traveled roads. On your journey, you guys find out that you are going to the city of Sholdium.
Wanna spell it?
Yes. I'm just gonna copy and paste it.
So this place right here.
It is that place right
Yeah.
there. Look at you being observant.
I saw it earlier.
Yeah. That little place. Sholdium.
I just had to reactivate every single pin though, like manually. Don't worry, I have to do that every time.
If you just hit jump to pin, it should just show all of them.
Yeah, but I have to do that to every single one.
You shouldn't have. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'll have to see if there's a better way to handle
Well, I
that.
just don't. I don't really bother half the time.
Oh my God, that's so much. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll see if I can fix that.
Where the fuck is Shulgian?
It is in the southern part of Nordland.
It's where all of our cursors are.
Actually, I think I can just force you guys to look at it.
Okay. I don't know how you could tell. Is there something that I'm supposed to have on?
If you go to the bookmark thing, and then it's what Aria?
Yeah, it's the top right of your Woodyard Foundry. It'll show like a fist and some other icons. I have a lot more because DM, but there should be like an open book, and then there should be a tab called Artorica, and then it'll say provinces, which you could tackle,
No,
but you want to go into
cities.
cities, and then it should be, you should see a whole list of them like Hefway, Lochthwain, Port Charity, Port Mercy, Port Hope, Sholdium, Staplehurst, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's the one that you cannot, that I refuse to attempt to say.
And if you right click on it, it'll say like clear, or no, it won't because you're not a DM. It'll say like jump to pin. If you hit that, it'll show you where it's on the map.
see.
Yep. Sholdium.
Shulgian.
We already talked about this, Ashlyn, but you know that's the seat for the Deer family. Cool. So anyways, when it comes to traveling, yeah, Captain Oxton drives it, Esme guards it, and Elias is annoying all of you. And that's your problem. So, relatively speaking, all you have to do is wait for food to be caught by Esme, and then eat.
Is it the being pulled by the same ox that we had?
Yep.
Okay.
He's a good ox.
It's a good ox. You got a lot of mileage out of it because they did an optional quest to get a nice little crown for it that makes it courageous and a little bit more heavy in constitution. But yeah. So if there's nothing, I won't make you sit here and go through an ERP. It's pretty simple, pretty lackluster. You guys go through majority of fake. Actually, yeah, you just go through fake heap. Just going through
Gretchen?
cities and towns. What's up?
Is Dredgen in the back with us, or is he sitting out on like the seat thing with Oxton?
He could, but I wouldn't recommend it. He's a terrible bore.
So, Dredgen, terrorism. Tell me about that.
There's what?
Tell me about that.
Oh, terrorist. Yeah, it's great. It's great. You know, just some people that you don't like. Just because they all just, you know, just a collection of people. in
How'd you
one
get
land.
caught?
How'd I get caught? DM, I don't think we ever went over that.
Yeah, you were caught because somebody ratted you out to the authorities.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a whole thing.
Uh.
Yeah, somebody who I trusted definitely didn't rat me out, and then, yeah, threw me in jail. That's about it.
What was the name of?
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Sweet. Traveling through Faykeep. Oh, you know what?
Zoom in.
It's actually. I'll leave snow on because you're back in snowy place. But traveling through majority of Faykeep. Get fucked, idiots. Traveling through majority of Faykeep. It's rather pleasant. You're getting like actual spring compared to winter hellscape and then hot hellscape. So instead of the two extremes, you're getting like an actual in between. It's pleasant. It's very pretty. There, as you're traveling, there's plenty of farmland. In general, it's just like a fantasy setting. But with that being said, you try to avoid the cities as much as you can, given your guys' reputation. I'll fucking kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys creep further and further up north, and kind of follow along the quote-unquote coastline of the Great Lake of Artorka, it does get a bit colder. Not as cold as Eldengrun. And for
Shut up.
some of you, or one of you, memories of this area kind of begin to flood back as you travel, as you have traveled. But anyways, on the 12th day, so the 12th day of Deeproot, you guys find yourselves at Skoldham. I just had a stroke. Skoldham. It rests on a hill next to the Great Lake of Artorka. The architecture is like you would see in traditional fantasy. Well-made stone buildings, cobblestone streets, tall vast walls of light gray stone, guards patrolling the streets, and a keep surrounded by an inner wall. However, unlike what you've seen previously in this world, in Halfway, and other such places like Theros, there are no Crownsguard at all. Only men wearing matching attire, bearing the family crest of the Warden. I will go ahead and put that in. I'm going to put it in items. What that looks like.
The last thing that was added in items was June 18th.
Huh.
Wait a minute.
One second. I'm running into some slight issues. Hope. I'm going to commit arson.
Woo!
Why are we not working? That is no biggie. I think I have a backup plan. I said that with far too much confidence. About to give up. Fuck. Alright, we'll do this the old-fashioned way then, you fucking bitch. Snipping tool we go. Boop. File. Save as.
Oh,
What's up, man?
I had a solution as well.
What's up? Good, man. Just gonna copy that, paste that. Boom.
Oh shoot, did you say the set? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. You also see a presence of purifiers.
Interesting.
Icky.
This is not interesting. This is where
Why
they're
are
at.
Why the fuck are they all the way up here? Not supposed to be up here.
Go home.
Could be the.
You're pretty far from home
Could be the
there,
tension.
buddy.
But anyways, Oxen takes the wagon through the city, and you guys just take it in. It is a bit interesting because you do see some elements of kind of like what we would say as like Nordic architecture, so like long boat roofs and what have you, but they're not very common. This is definitely taking the architecture from of the Faykeep side, which is which is what it's close to. There also, to no surprise, there's a large port that you guys can see is currently flooded with people coming and going from the Great Lake, but that's neither here nor there. Oxton takes you guys to this inn sitting on a corner of this like busy road called the White Stag Inn. It is a large inn made of white stone and pale wood. And you can see engravings upon the wooden roof of this almost like this Viking-esque engravings you would see on the long ships of serpents and just fancy little doodles. But hanging from the sign that says the White Stag Inn, you can see these two large ivory-colored antlers hanging. You guys find the stable next door. Oxen finds a slot, pays the stable master the fee for housing such a vehicle, but more or less you guys are good to go. Oxen addresses all of you. The letter was explicit that he would be here once we had sent notice, and before we left halfway, we took care of that, so he should be here. Although
I was going to ask how many days until the party.
The message wasn't very clear, but it just said, when we arrive, it will be happening soon.
All right.
Well, let us enter the tavern and see what awaits us. One second.
Stop purring. This is your punishment.
Kitty.
Don't give him any attention.
He's trying to get away.
Okay. You
Please
guys.
don't fucking spill that, my guy.
You guys enter this tavern / inn, and there is no particular patrons that they're trying to tend to. So it's not like a one-man for guards and so on and so forth. It just is a general pub, more or less. And as you enter, you can see that the aesthetics of the Viking-esque way of life have not escaped this portion of Nordland, and you can see heads of different creatures mounting the wall, as well as one large singular table to house all the patrons, with some side tables as well for like private seating. And then you see a staircase and some hallways that lead into the actual inn section of this building. But Oxton and Elias go to the tender and or the bartender and come back with a round of drinks for everybody.
Except for Volk now.
Yeah.
He takes her drink.
Not for you. Oxen says as he hands all of you the a tankard. Normally, I would say it's against drinking on the job, but I understand that, at least in this portion of the world, drinking is customary to not to lead to a fight.
That's good.
They're
Usually I'm drinking, but if it is customary,
required.
I ain't complaining.
As you guys sit down at the table and kind of converse, waiting for Renoran, the door to the tavern with every person who enters. You kind of expect him to enter, and he doesn't. But in due time, the door opens, and you see the hulking frame as he ducks underneath. You see Renoran entering the building. And then something I did forget to mention is that while you were kind of just sitting in and taking in everything, you noticed that everything is just slightly larger than normal. The chairs, the table, the doorway, the people. You know how it goes.
Feeling extra short.
There might be some truth saying that these people descended from giants. But as Renoran enters, he looks at you guys, and smiles, and looks to the bartender and holds up 2 fingers, not as a peace sign, and the bartender brings him 2 tankards of ale. He sits down and begins to drink one, finishes it, and then drinks the other.
I would attempt to cheers him if that's
He accepts it.
cool.
Fuck yeah.
I am very excited to hear from all of you. Well, I heard from one of you, but I assumed that you were all coming. It has been a while. It's been a couple of months.
It has been a while. I'm excited to be here. I've never been in Nordland.
Me neither.
Well, fortunately for you, this is tourist location, not real Nordland. He spits on the floor.
Well, you have to take me there one day.
It won't take long. We just have to leave walls and just go like a day further north. There's just so many, and he looks around. You know what I mean? You, Ashlyn, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I hope you brought my axe. None of you said you brought it, but I'm gonna pretend you had it.
I assumed Oxton had it.
And Oxton does present him the axe. Oh, thank goodness. Well, don't worry. I'm not challenging any of you to a duel. I am. Maybe another time. I'm requesting aid in this particular quest. Now, before I begin any further, let me do this first. And he coughs and looks at the bartender. And the bartender nods. And shouts out, "Everyone, we are closed. Please leave." And the people, without question, stand up and walk out of the building. It wasn't very crowded to begin with. The bartender goes over to the door and locks it before venturing further behind the bar, the actual bar itself, into a secluded office, leaving just you guys. I know. I might know some people. I venture this tavern quite frequently when I am in the area. I need to speak to all of you in privacy, I'm sure, as you understand. The information I am going to share with you is a bit sensitive, so I will request that all of you hold on to it and take it to your graves. And if you don't, you will find yourself in an early grave.
Well, that'll keep my lips sealed.
Aye.
Let me entrance all of you with the story. Yes, baby.
I can't type remove anything.
As he kind of leans back in his seat and sips on his ale. As you know, my name is Renoran, and my family name is Easton. Of House Easton. I come from a family that has been in Nordland since before it was known as Nordland. Ancient house. And for a long time before the wardens were actually established, the queen of the so-called Nords relied on my family for its strength and warriors. But when things were beginning to settle, the warden of the East was not my family, but instead another. They decided it was better for Image to... Well, that's not really necessary to go into. What is necessary to know is that after the rebellion, my grandfather, who was Saloon, or my great-grandfather was Saloon, the chair was taken by my grandfather, who had some rather brave ideals. He wished to take wardenship of the East, give it to who he assumed to properly maintain it. Because as you see, the Warden of the East, while a strong family, is not as strong as us. But he knew that it was not in his time to do such. He was an older man, so he passed off the duty to my father. And my father played the political game, so to speak, and was swaying over a lot of the noble houses to agree with us in taking over as wardens, especially in an era where the purifiers were starting to lay waste to a lot of our countrymen, and we would not stand for it. Unfortunately, not everybody agreed with my father's ideals, and so the Warden of the East and the Warden of the South devised a plan. They thought to just get rid of the problem, then deal with it in other ways. So, there was a night that while I was sleeping, my family's manor was attacked by 9 trained killers. And while my mother and father slept, they were killed in their sleep. And to not have any more, or to not leave any chance of revenge or retaliation, they attempted to do the same to me. That is how I lost Ai. But in process, because of how my family works, I was able to fight them off and defend them until our guards came to my aid. Since that moment, I have been hunting down the people who have killed my family, and I have found the last man. His name is not important, but what you do need to know is that he is a priest of the witness, and he is speaking sweetness into the Southern Warden's son's ear, convincing him to allow such ideals to come and try to burn away the faith of the old. And so, when I heard of this, I of course knew who the man was. He was one of the 9, the last of the 9. But you see, my family, in order to maintain nobility, we had to make a promise to the Eastern and Southern Wardens that their actions were necessary to stop any conflict. So we had to promise to never, ever seek revenge against the Wardens. So that is how my family earned the title of the betrayers, or the usurpers. I was colored surprised when I received an invitation from the Warden's son, Caneless Deer. Yeah, Caneless Deer. Or, no, sorry, Daneless Deer. To come to a dinner. To celebrate the strength of House Easton. This might not come as a surprise, but I am, besides my grandmother, the only survivor. There are no other heirs. And we don't really haven't expanded. Baba, my grandmother, believes that I am invited here as a trap to meet a fate that I escaped some odd years ago. I invited you here because I knew that with you by my side, I would be able to take on most of the threats that come my way, and by having Oxton here, he would hopefully, his legacy alone would keep the purifiers away.
Smart choice.
The only reason why I am here to attend this feast is that my grandmother insisted that I finish what I started.
Mixed signals. Mixed signals from that.
She believes that once this is all over, I can finally take the mantle as head of house.
But he's not allowed to fight them?
Of the East,
No,
or just
Joseph
of your
Easton.
house.
I don't care for wardenship of the East. Although his actions has crippled my family and has caused me deep pain, I also understand that this was the hand that was dealt to me. And there is no point in trying to start a war for nothing.
That is more noble than I could ever muster. I guess way of thinking. I commend you for that. I will say I will defend you, but I do have me personally, I will not be killing anyone if the time does arise. Sorry, I cannot offer that kind of service, but I will defend you if that happens. If things do go to hell.
I don't ask you to
I
kill.
hope you understand.
I simply ask you to aid me in the endeavors of giving me a opportunity to strike down the man who has caused me such grief.
And I just wanted to, I guess, let you know ahead of time, rather than it to be a surprise.
Of course. Do any others have any concerns?
Nope.
I will defend you as well.
I am with you.
I thank you all for your bravery for coming up here. I know for some of you it is a lot harder than others. But do understand that my name alone carries power in the courts up here. So if anyone accuses you of a crime, myself, as well as some other loyal families, will assist in proving your innocence.
That is
Much
appreciated.
appreciated.
I'm bad to the bone.
I appreciate that. You might notice that I don't have Fei Lin or Kian with me.
Yeah, you're not gonna forget that guy's name.
You see, they have seen some of my more darker and depraved moments, and I don't wish for them to see me in such a light again. So don't be alarmed. They're still alive and well. Just underneath the impression that I'm not where I'm at.
Where are you?
Right now, where am I? Excellent question. They think I'm hunting, which is true. I would argue is truth.
Alright.
He turns to Oxton. I ask, of course, that you accept the mission. You don't have to, and I will understand if you don't. But I need you to understand that your reputation, the man who killed 25 purifiers in a single night, is impressive. Oxton nods.
I'm doing it.
Although the reputation is a bit off, I see no issues with the mission. I appreciate that. Very well. We will be feasting in the halls of the Southern Warden. Well, sort of. The Southern Warden is not currently here. He is dealing with issues along the border with Faraway. Sorry, Fake Keep. So it'll only be his son, whoever he invites, as well as the priest. He is hard to miss. He is a striking man with dead-like features and a attempt at what you might call a beard.
Aw. Ew.
He, although might not look like it, carries serious punch. He is human, or what I think could be human. Probably around a little bit shorter than myself. And you are able to pick him out of a crowd, because when he walks, well, he doesn't really walk. It looks like he is floating. You see, not only is he a priest, but he is also a dancer.
What kind of dancer?
I'm making the fucking Zoolander face.
Up here in Nordland, we have, as Ashlyn is aware of, we have our normal ball dancing, as well as we have adapted a style of dancing from the Gaul called ballet.
Oh, I didn't know you had such a thing. Here.
Yes, it's a bit more
Arwen said
intense.
as he lies through his teeth.
And I thought two people who use dancing to fight might be useful.
Me and Oxen are doing the Zoolander meme.
Yeah, they are. From what I understand, he fights alone if he does have to fight, and he fights with poison.
Yay.
It is also said that he has died multiple times, but through the strength of his prayer, or whatever the fuck, he has come back.
Interesting.
And like I said before, a name is not necessary for you to understand. It's, we shall just call him Priest. Or, one second.
Священник.
Shenik.
Say it one more time.
Shenik. Do we have any questions?
I have a more private question for you, if you don't mind. Well, I guess I can. It isn't actually. It's not that private.
Go on.
When we were all in Theros, and that storm came by,
Yes.
I've been looking into it myself, and I've been on maybe a breadcrumb trail, but maybe there's a legend here in Nordland about some kind of ancient dragon that might be associated with it. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, we have many ancient dragons. Well,
News to me.
sort of. We all have different tales. The Warden of the East claims it's a dragon. He is dragonborn. Stroke his ego. Jerk off. The Warden of the North claims that it is a dragon that resides in the sea. A bad omen that brings storms.
Not exactly wrong.
If that is what you're referring to, then you might want to go seek him out. But do be wary. The Warden of the North is... inhospitable, to say the least. He
Is there any way I can get him to warm up to me? Butter him up, if you will.
The only one he might expect is Wolf Girl.
Why me?
He is a man who embraces nature. Most people might call them shifters.
Okay.
What is the tale? There seems to be a different tale for each warden. What about the west and south?
The Southern Warden, I don't know. Jerk off. Who gives a fuck what they think? It's probably some bullshit about elves and knights in shining armor or whatever the fuck. As for the Warden of the West, they keep to themselves. Their stories put away in the archives.
Alright. So... Okay.
I will give you one piece of advice. If you do go up north and you do talk with Warden Artis, do not refer to him by his name or the wardenship title. Just call him the Black Finn.
Is the article important?
Yes. And I would also suggest bringing him a trophy, a worthy trophy from a hunt.
Noted.
If you need assistance, I will provide it.
Much appreciated.
Alright. Well, you can stay dressed as you are. Fortunately for you, where we're going, we don't need to look good. We're leaving impression. Also, before I forget, I think this goes without saying, but I don't want to start a civil war. So, Daneless Deer, if he attacks, just like punch him, knock him out. He's not really important. Don't kill him is what I'm trying to get at. Lock him in broom closet.
Daneless deer?
Daneless Deer, yes.
East. Or not east, sorry, south. Right?
Yeah, he's the warden of the south.
South of Warden.
Well, he's the kid.
Okay.
But if you do encounter him and you do knock him out, if you can just say something to him for me, just say, always firmly holding watchful, he'll get it. He'll understand.
Always holding firmly watchful?
perfect.
What you said?
That's perfect.
That was out of order.
All right. I know you've traveled long distance, so take rest here in private estate. We will head out when the night comes. I have informed him that I will be arriving with guest of honor. Don't worry. He says in giant to you, Ashlyn. Don't worry, I did not give them name.
Ashlyn gives him a very big smile, but they will know.
That they will. And then he thinks to himself for a second, then says in giant, the garden grows.
So it does.
And then Renoran walks to the behind the bar and refills his tankard. Should it come, I have paid for rooms here for all of you. And also, food and drink is on me. It does not matter. The barkeep, or the owner, is a loyalist to my family.
Do you have any recommendations?
Of?
Food?
Or drink.
I personally don't eat food here. I think it is too posh and gross.
The closest thing to a taste of Norland, then.
Go outside and kill something and bring it back and eat it.
Ah. Alright, then.
Just ask for something not on the menu. I'm sure he knows how to make it.
As you guys finish your drinks, maybe get refills and whatnot, and wait for night to come, Renoran makes one remark. I do have one request, besides disrespecting the warden's son. When the time comes, if you all don't mind, I would like to be the one who brings final blow upon Priest.
Of course.
Might I make a suggestion?
Of course.
Ashlyn's going to pull out his longsword. If you aren't if you are not absolutely certain that you can bring this man finality, this can.
I will use it alongside my my arsenal. I appreciate it.
That'll exit my inventory for a while.
Yeah, hold on. He'll take it. And then he holds out his drink for like a toast. And he takes a minute. I'm bad with toast. 1 second. The 9th hour will be the final one. And then he pounds back his ale. Oh, I love a good revenge story. And as he begins to prepare himself for the night to come, that is where we will end the session.
Ooh. Oh my god.